will continue, particularly depending on the England performance tonight. So the players get us underway, having taken the knee at the start of this match. The message against racism still clear. Germany with the kick-off, playing in their dark green shirts, the black shorts and the black socks, but they've ceded possession and it's a throw to England over on the far side. England playing in the white shirts, the dark blue shorts and the white socks as the ball is all the way back with Hannah Hampton. And England's players wearing black armbands tonight in memory of Ella Toon's dad, Nick, who passed away last month. Our thoughts very much with Ella and her family as she starts here today at Wembley. So Hannah Hampton in possession and in goal for England. The back four of Lucy Bronze, Millie Bright, Leah Williamson the captain and Jess Carter. Ahead of them it's Georgia Stanway, who plays her club football these days in Germany with Bayern Munich. Several of the Germany side are her club teammates. Kira Walsh alongside her in midfield with Beth Mead, Ella Toon and Lauren Hemp supporting Alessia Russo up front as Millie Bright brings it forward. Lovely layoff on the halfway line by Mead to Lucy Bronze, but she can't keep it in on this near right-hand side, and it will be a throw to Germany, who have Ann-Katrin Berger in goal, the former Chelsea goalkeeper. The back four of Julia Gvin, the captain today, although manager Christian Verk says he hasn't quite decided on the captaincy, but he's given it to Gvin for today. Sarah Dawson, Nina Minga, Sarai Linda as England come forward down the left-hand side with Lauren Hemp. This is a bright start from the Lionesses. Left-hand side of the penalty area, she's well held up over on the far side by Germany, who pick it up, hugging that right-hand touchline, but England still putting on the pressure. It's Eula Brand trying to play it away, and she does well, plays it down the right-hand side as Germany work their way up towards the halfway line, but good interception in the centre of the park by Georgia Stanway. And it's back with Williamson, so to complete Germany's line-up, which we won't do because England have given the ball away. And here come Germany, down into the penalty area, possible opportunity for an opener. Penalty! Foul committed by England. And this is a nightmare start for the Lionesses inside the opening 2 minutes. England have conceded a penalty through Millie Bright, who's gone into the book, and Germany with the opportunity to take the lead inside the opening 3 minutes. Linda Dalman it was, bursting through. Gilly Flaherty, nightmare start for the Lionesses, and a huge test for Hannah Hampton. Given the nod ahead of Mary Earps, she now faces a spot kick.
Yeah, it is a nightmare start because England were in control possession. Leah Williamson has played it literally across the line straight to the Germany player, and I mean Millie Bright does well to get back and sort of help out and cover, but referee was adamant it was a penalty. She takes her legs, and obviously it's not an ideal start at all for England.
Well, what a test for Hannah Hampton, 23 years of age. She was given the nods in England's vital qualifier with Sweden, with Mary Earps fit but on the bench, and she's been given the nod here in this friendly against Germany. It's Julia Gvin who takes it, it's brilliant, low into the bottom corner, no chance whatsoever for Hannah Hampton, and Germany hit the front early on against the Lionesses in this friendly, and Wembley's stunned.
Stunned, I think we're stunned in here as well, because it's come from England having a really bright start. It was down the left-hand side with Lauren Hemp. She looked bright. England were in control possession. They worked their way back. Leah Williamson plays it direct to the Germany forward, and then straight away within one pass they're in. And obviously, I mean, the penalty is a lovely, calm and composed penalty into the bottom corner. Hannah Hampton does go the right way but can't get near it, but it's not the best start for England considering that's come from their own turnover.
It is a super spot kick, and England trail. England, who had started brightly, Mead down the right hand side. Belatedly the whistle does go, and England win a free kick just a few yards in from that right hand touchline, just about level with the penalty spot. So good set piece opportunity this for England. But my word, what a start it's been for the Lionesses in the worst possible way. Falling behind, so it has to be said, a super penalty from Julia Gvin. We mentioned that she'd been given the captain's armband. As we see a rerun of this challenge again, and it is so clumsy from Millie Bright. And we've seen these defensive errors creeping into England's play over the last year or so, and that is another one. Can they hit back immediately, the Lionesses? Lauren Hemp stands over this. Beth Mead is there as well. It's a two-player Germany wall. We will take you through the rest of their team in a moment, but let's see if England can hit back straight away. Hemp plays it in. It's poor. It's headed away by the first player, and will be picked up by Beth Mead, who sends it back to Jess Carter inside the centre circle. Ball out to the left-hand side, but too much on it for Russo, and it's out of play for a Germany throw. So to finish that Germany team, Dahlmann who won the penalty, and Zentz in midfield. Jule Brand, Shoka Nusken of Chelsea, and Clara Bull, who missed the final here a couple of years ago with COVID. Could have been a different story had she been fit. She was such a big player for Germany in that tournament. It was a big miss for them. And then Giovanna Hoffmann, who played the ball through for Dahlmann to win that penalty, making her Germany debut at the age of 26. She's had such a rough time with injuries. Former Germany youth international, but what a moment for her to finally make her senior bow after so many fitness struggles over the years. Germany in possession, Germany leading by a goal to 0 here at Wembley as Dawson has it out to the right hand side, and Kvin, the goal scorer, all the way back to Ann-Katrin Berger, plays it forward now. England 0, Germany 1 in this Women's International friendly here on BBC Radio 5 Live. It's picked up over on the right hand side again with Dahlmann, and work down the right looking for the run of Jule Brand. Leah Williamson is there, then gets her feet in a muddle and is almost robbed, and is robbed down by the byline. Stands up well eventually, Williamson, and the flag eventually does go up. Jule Brand penalised, and Williamson wins the free kick for England. But Gilly, she is looking nervy.
She looks rattled, in my honest opinion. And listen, with Leah as well, in my opinion, she hasn't had the best start for Arsenal. You know, and I think coming into this, of course, she's the England captain. She's getting a start. She hasn't started the best. Me and Nikita spoke off air. If your first touch or your first pass isn't where you want it to be, you need to make sure the next one is. You know, and we're seeing obviously there the incident then is she's trying to be overplay and she's losing the ball. And thankfully for her, she gets the free kick. But again, it's not the ideal start.
Germany coming forward. Williamson does win that header well, gets power on it up towards the halfway line, but Germany win it back with Chelsea's Shoka Nusken and almost get a foot in, but Germany have it on the halfway line, and it's sent all the way back to Ann-Katrin Berger, who has had to be very patient to get this opportunity with Germany. It's not a good clearance though, and Beth Mead plays it forwards. Germany intercept though, and Clara Bull has it, driving towards the halfway line. Little swipe from Beth Mead with that green boot, so Bull evades that challenge and will steer it back to Janina Minga, who in turn goes back to Ann-Katrin Berger. Again, another poor clearance from the former Chelsea goalkeeper. Beth Mead picks it up, plays it into Russo, edge of the area. Well, blocked away on the edge of the box. Sarah Dawson back there defending because the white shirts were flooding forward down the right. But it's deflected behind for an England corner. Good response this, Nikita Parris, two falling behind so early on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to get a corner now, looking to put the ball in the box and, you know, create an opportunity, but Germany are pressing really high. They are smelling the blood, and they're obviously 1-0 up from a penalty. They're going for it tonight.
So 8 minutes gone, England 0, Germany 1. This women's international friendly here at Wembley on 5 Live. England with the corner. Lauren Hemp swings it in left footer. That's a better delivery, but nobody's there in a white shirt. Germany get a free header, and the whistle has gone from our referee Marta Huerta de Aza, and it will be a free kick to Germany inside their own penalty area. That's better from Berger over the halfway line, looking for the run of Clara Bull, but will just drift over the head of Jess Carter and to the feet of Hannah Hampton, clad all in bright orange. Plays it out to Leah Williamson. So Gilly Flaherty is a former England centre-half. We've seen nerviness from Williamson. We've seen Bright give away a penalty. We talked about Alex Greenwood, the Manchester City captain, who's been in such good form for a long time. A lot of fans have been saying, you know, she needs to start, as Williamson still has it midway inside the England half. Is that the sort of thing that plays on your mind as a player?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you don't want to start a game and your two centre-backs, one's giving away the penalty and one's obviously then previously given the ball away to cause the problem in the first place. But you just have to get the ball under control and play it simple. Don't overplay, don't try and do too much. Just get your confidence back.
That was confident from Russo. Great centre-half hold-up play, and plays it out to this right-hand side where Bronze can find Beth Mead. England 0, Germany 1 here on 5 Live. 9 minutes gone as Mead picks it up and plays it in field to Lucy Bronze. Here is Mead once more, and now Bronze. Germany well marshalling them. Clara Bull just squeezing up, and Millie Bright will send it forward to Bronze now, who's drifted into central midfield from that right back position, but she can't find Alessia Russo, and Sarah Dawson is there and will clear away all the way to Williamson. Now on the left-hand side, Lauren Hemp will take charge for England in field to Kira Walsh, who dinks it over the top, looking for the run of Ella Toone, who tries to lay it off. Toone might get it again inside the area, plays it back to Russo. Russo, 1-1! But the flag's up. We do have VAR, so there might be a reprieve. Wembley hasn't realised yet. Now they have. Hear the boos. Gilly Flaherty, yes, it's been ruled out, but that was a brilliant move.
It was a brilliant move, and I was watching Ella Toons run. She makes a burst down the centre of the pitch. I didn't think at first, is she going to be offside, because it did seem like it was a big gap. It was a fantastic run though, and a brilliant ball over the top. I mean, it's so tight, Vicky. We were able to see the replay here. It is so tight. I did think she was going to take it first time. She didn't. It then falls through her. She has a cheeky back heel, and Russo literally takes the lever off the ball, rifles it into the top corner. Will be absolutely fuming that that's been ruled out as offside.
And it has, because we've restarted. It was tight, but it was the right decision. As you say though, Gilly, I mean, a lot made of Alessia Russo's form coming into this. 2 goals for Arsenal this season, but yet to score in the league. And so much space now for Germany down the right-hand side. It's Kvin again! It's 2-0! Germany are ripping England apart inside the opening 11 minutes. It's another fabulous finish, low into the bottom corner from their captain Julia Kvin. But where, oh where, was the England defence? It was nowhere. Germany lead 2-0 at Wembley.
I tell you what, that was an absolutely disgusting ball that come from one side of the pitch to the other. Jess Carter's got dragged all the way across. I don't know what's going on with Millie Bright and Leah Williamson. It seems like neither player wants to pick up. England's back four are literally near enough the whole side over the centre circle. You've got players not talking. Jess Carter, I mean, Gavin's having a field day on the right-hand side. She's got so much space and time, but to be able to put it into the opposite corner as well. But brilliant play from Germany. They see where the space was, they see where the weakness was, and England backline all over the place.
Both arms out for Julia Kvin as she wheels away in celebration. And what a start this is for Christian Wörth, their new manager. A big punch of the air from him, because Germany lead England by 2 goals to 0. But here come England, looking to get a goal back. Oh, it's off the post from Russo. Scoop back across the 6-yard box. Oh, this is a goal a minute at the moment. It's ridiculous here at Wembley. Russo's rattled the post, and England come again with Lucy Bronze. What a game this is. I mean, Serena Wiegmann will be tearing her hair out on the touchline at the defending, but Russo's had a stunner ruled out for offside, rightly so, and now she's smacked the woodwork. There's Germany working out to the right-hand side. No chance for a breather, no chance to bring Gilly in, because Lauren Hemp's won the ball, but now there is, because the whistle's gone. Hemp's fuming. What are you, Gilly?
Do you know, I can't even breathe, Vicky. I'm trying to get my breath here. Arsenal fans must be watching this and thinking, where is this Russo? You know what I mean? She's been unfortunate, really, to not have 2 goals to her name, and it's a great reaction from England, and Russo seems like she's got the bit between her teeth tonight. She's getting closer and closer to putting the ball in the back of the net, but it's end to end. You'd think this was a final, not a friendly.
Well, Julia Kvin, Germany's heroine so far, is down, their captain, receiving treatment. So Germany's players come over to get some refreshment. Interesting this, though, all of England's players have gathered together in the centre circle. I'm going to bring Nikita Parris in here, the Brighton striker and lioness who was part of that Euro 2022 winning side. All of Germany's players are coming over, a little conversation with the coaching staff and getting some water. But England, their players look like they want to sort this out themselves in the centre circle.
Yeah, you know, you want to get the team together, understand what's going wrong and how we can fix it. But ultimately, it's only the players out there on the pitch who can actually fix it at this point. You know, tactically, Serena can tweak things, but ultimately the players have to, you know, step up to the occasion. And Germany have started on fire. England really do need to step up.
Is there a slight element as well, Gilly, that if you're defending like England have just done, you don't really want to go over to your manager right now?
I would be staying as far away as possible from my manager if I was the centre-back here tonight. Yeah, you don't. Sometimes you think you don't want to go over there, because also as well, England, they can control it. It's only 13 minutes gone or so. Do you know what I mean? They don't have to panic and get it in tactically, but yeah, I'd be staying away.
It's not quite panic at the moment, but like Nikita and Gilly have touched on, the pace at which this game is being played, I mean, it does feel like a final. It's only a friendly, but it's important for England. Their performances have been questioned since they won the Euros. They finished runners-up at the World Cup. They stumbled in the Nations League, cost Team GB the chance of going to the Olympics, which is a huge tournament in the women's game. They finished runners-up in their qualifying group as defending champions. Tough group, yes. Getting qualified automatically for the Euros next year as Germany win a free kick just inside the England half was the key thing, and they've done that. But this isn't just about those results, is it, Gilly? This is about what state are England going to be in when they go to Switzerland next summer as defending European champions. How likely is it that they're going to defend their crown? And we're seeing the same worse defensive weaknesses, arguably, than we've seen. It's the same starting 11. There hasn't been rotation. Right, we're 15 minutes in. There's a long way to go, but this feels like a big moment for these players and Sarina Wiegman as Germany have it just inside the England half and sprayed out to the left-hand side. Collected now by Sarai Linde. Germany leading by 2-0 here at Wembley as they have it back inside their own half.
But I also think as well, Vicky, England are used to coming up against, say, lower ranked teams. You sit off them, they let England have the ball, they try and get England on the counter. But you've got Germany tonight who are high pressing, they're in England's faces, they're not letting them play, they're rattling them. Every time England get the ball, there's a German player there, touch that.
She's down the right again, Julia Kvin. She's got so much space down by the byline, pulls it across. Jess Carter gets her head on it on the edge of the 6-yard box. Lauren Hemp can't latch onto it. Kvin's in there again. She's on a hat-trick, the right back. Flag goes up and saves England as Clara Bull got involved. And it's a free kick to England inside their own penalty area. Right, Gilly, take me inside the mind of Millie Bright and Leah Williamson out there. What are you doing as a centre-half to sort this out defensively? Because they're both so experienced.
They are, but in all fairness as well, I think both of them are coming off the back of club form where they've not been the players that we know they can be. And it's not an ideal start. You know, England, 15 minutes played and they're 2-0 down and two really defensive errors. But you've got to try and put it to the back of your mind. You know, you've got to try and go again, and you've got to say, listen, this is going to end up either one way where we're going to get absolutely flattened and I'm going to have an absolute stinker, or I get my head together and I take it on as a new start right now and I go back to the basics. I find my passes, I find my headers, I make sure the next time a German player gets the ball, I'm going to absolutely rattle her and I'm going to make sure I make my mark, because I'm not going to let them dominate me or dictate how my game's played.
17 minutes gone here at Wembley. England 0, Germany 2. In this friendly, it is the start of England's build-up to the Euros, where they look to defend their crown in Switzerland next summer. They have it down the left-hand side. Here is Lauren Hemp. Picks it up by the corner flag. She's got Russo there for company. Does well, Hemp. Wins a throw for England over on the far side.
And I think they're going to be looking at players like Hemp tonight, who Hemp's coming in off the back of such fine form for City. You know, get the ball to her, let her do something. Let them, the German defenders, worry when Lauren Hemp runs at them.
Shortlisted for the Ballon d'Or, Lauren Hemp. She has been a shining light for club and country, and they need those players to shine now. As Beth Mead picks it up, still over on the left-hand side for England. Jess Carter has it, plays it back as England work it to Kira Walsh. Midway through the Germany half, good pressure by Linda Dalman, who won that early penalty scored by Julia Kvin that gave Germany the early lead. Kvin has since doubled that advantage for England. Russo has hit the post and seen a smashing finish, ruled out rightly for an offside in the build-up as Beth Mead plays it back to Millie Bright under pressure. Bright closed down by Giovanna Hoffmann, the 26-year-old making her debut after a string of lengthy injuries that have really disrupted her career. Big moment for her. Big moment this for England and Sarina Wiegman. It's a friendly, but it's important. They need to set the tone for their preparations for the Euros. Not going well so far. Here is Lucy Bronze. Well blocked on the edge of the area and nicely dealt with by Clara Bull, but then doesn't realise Mead's right behind her, and Mead plays it in, and the ball can't be converted by a diving Alessia Russo, and in the end it shanks off Sarah Dawson, who had no idea where that was going, behind for a corner, but Russo with the diving header, so close to making decisive contact. In the end it's a corner to England.
Yeah, and Mead does really well because she wins a turnover against the defender, you know, puts the ball into the box. Russo's in a really good place, tries to get the diving header on it, but takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner. But it's good from England when they are going forward. They just need to shut up shop at the back.
I think that's it, isn't it, Chile? I mean, attacking-wise, England have been great. They really could have scored by now. They need to try and fashion something from this corner. It's swung in by Mead. It's flicked towards goal and bounces just wide of the frame. Millie Bright was up there from the back. That tall, towering blonde bun coming through a crowd of players. In the end, bouncing wide of the target, and it remains England 0, Germany 2. 20 minutes played here at Wembley.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity. Millie Bright, it's going to be hard though to score from that because you're coming backwards.
Coming forward again, England. Lauren Hemp down this right-hand side, well cleared away by Germany. Out of play it goes for an England throw. Let's bring in Nikita Parris. Nikita, what have you made of England's response over the last few minutes?
I think it's been a good response. I think it's important to keep putting pressure on Germany, especially in their own defensive third. You know, they'll create a chance and got to take it.
Here goes Lucy Bronze, plays the ball to the edge of the area. It's cleared away by Chelsea Shokanuskin, over as far as Leah Williamson. Now Georgia Stanway forcing it forwards, but it's sliding interception by Nuskin once again, but can only find her Chelsea teammate Millie Bright, but Bright's lost it and she's out of position. And here is Nuskin over the halfway line trying to find Julia Brand. Jess Carter steps up, good interception, good reading of the game there by Carter, and eventually wins the throw over on the far side. It's still frenetic, Julie Flaherty.
It is, Vicky, and obviously you just see Millie Bright then, she does really well to win the ball. She beats the player and she drives central, release it, because then she ends up turning it over, and then she's just trying to get back, and then England even open up more defensively as well.
So England in possession with Millie Bright midway through the England half, trailing by 2-0 in this friendly here on BBC Radio 5 Live. 21 minutes gone as Hannah Hampton has the ball all the way back inside her own penalty area. I meant to ask you this about 20 minutes ago, but so much has happened, Julie. We've not had time as Hampton plays it out to the right again. Well, what do you make of picking Hampton ahead of Earps?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Hampton's in form at the moment for Chelsea. She's got really good distribution as well, and Marion Earps not in a great place.
Here comes Germany again, nicely worked to Clara Ball out on the left-hand side. Mead got the foot in. She's claiming that it got a deflection off Ball on the way through, but our referee Marta Huerta de Aza disagrees. Germany corner.
And just carrying on from that point, Vicky, England are in a really good place that they've got two players like Hampton and Earps who are both pushing for the number one, and obviously it's chop and change. It's always the topic of conversation, who's going to get the nod, but tonight obviously Hampton gets it, and like Mary Earps has done before, she'll carry on being the pro and waiting to earn that spot back.
Yeah, she left Manchester United for Paris Saint-Germain over the summer. She is pretty much their number one, although hasn't started every game. It's Clara Ball takes this corner, sends it to the far post, cleared away by England, and Russo will race to get there, and she has done what you said you would do, Julie Flaherty, and absolutely flattened her opponent there. Ball goes out of play, England throw. Let's just talk about Russo, because she is playing like a woman possessed.
Yeah, I mean, she's looking so confident. She's on it tonight. No, so obviously she's had the goal disallowed where she literally takes the lever off the ball, and then she has the opportunity where she hits the post, but she has to lead that line for England tonight.
Yeah, I also think that, you know, she's going to know that on that bench is a lot of competition, and tonight it's important that, you know, she puts out in the performance to show Serena that she is that number 9 that, you know, she believes she is.
Nikita Parris and Julie Flaherty with us here on 5 Live at Wembley, midway through the first half. England 0, Germany 2 in this friendly, as the ball is all the way back with Anke Trimberger. As we mentioned earlier, what a journey it's been for her. She's 34 years of age. This is just her 17th cap for Germany. It's taken her so long to break in to the national side. Made her debut just under 4 years ago, but finally became number 1 for a major tournament at the Olympics in Paris, where Germany won bronze. And what a heroine she was. She's still got the ball inside her own penalty area. She saved 2 penalties in the quarter-final penalty shootout win over Canada and scored the winning penalty. And then in the bronze medal match, she saved a late penalty against Spain that saw Germany see out that bronze medal. As England have it on the halfway line, trailing by 2-0. Millie Bright picks it up and plays it back to Hannah Hampton. Midway through this first half, Serena Wiegmann stands in her technical area, hands clasped behind her back. We don't often see much emotion from her, but there was a close-up after that Germany second goal, and I think it's fair to say, even for Serena Wiegmann, doesn't show that much emotion. She had a face like thunder, because England have been ripped apart in these early stages. The ball is all the way back with Anke Trimberger, and I suppose that's the thing, Jill, isn't it? If you've made changes, if you're experimenting, that's the sort of thing that people might expect. But this is the lineup that started the last qualifier against Sweden. She's chosen not to experiment with the starting lineup. This flag goes up, offside against Germany, free kick to England just inside their own half. She's gone with the strategy of trying to help the players that appears she feels are her starting 11 play their way into form. As Hannah Hampton slips and almost Dalman was in again. Good recovery from Hampton in the end, just outside her own penalty area, clears up towards halfway, but it's another defensive lapse from England that could have cost them, as the ball is all the way back with Germany midway through their own half.
Yeah, and it's not from a tactical change as why Germany have got in. You're talking about experienced players giving the ball back to Germany and allowing them to counter England.
And here they come again. They're playing with so much confidence, Journey, as Linda plays the ball across. Hampton hesitant, but in the end, good decision. Bounces all the way across the 6-yard box. Nobody really there for Germany other than Giovanna Hoffmann, the debutant, who wasn't quite close enough. And England work it nicely down the left-hand side. Good foot in by Sarah Dawson and picked up once more. Won't reach Clara Ball. Well intercepted by Georgia Stanway, her Bayern Munich teammate. And it's all the way back with Hampton once again.
I mean, England there, and the ball goes into Alessia Russo, and she plays it first time round the corner. There was no German defender with her at all. Someone needs to tell her there, turn, go back the back line. No, she just gives it straight back to Germany.
Here come England down the right-hand side with Lucy Bronze. In field now to Beth Mead, little loose, but Bronze will pick it up. Russo, ball is there, well anticipated, and Linda will steer it all the way back to Anne-Katrin Berger, all in bright red for Germany. Sends it out centrally through the Germany half as they drive towards the halfway line. It was Eula Brand, plays it forward looking for Hoffmann. Brand wants the return ball, but that avenue is well closed down by Leah Williamson, so Hoffmann will come out to the left hand side, and Linda Dahlmann, who's looked so lively, won that early penalty, but Gavin, the captain, scored for Germany. She netted once more as Brand plays the ball into the area looking for Julia Gavin, and it spins all the way out of play for a goal kick to England. I tell you what, Julia Gavin, she's playing at right back, but she's incredibly versatile. She loves to get forward. One of the Germany side that was runners-up against England in the Euros final just over 2 years ago. She has absolutely got one thing on her mind, hasn't she? And it's hat-trick.
Yeah, she wants that hat-trick. You're talking 13, 14 minutes in and she's looking at a hat-trick, but England all over just look like they're so far apart from each other. You know, their Brand has picked the ball up with no one around her in the midfield, able to drive forward, and not one England player is allowed to get anywhere near her. England just seem to be all over the place at the moment.
Well, we're seeing now in our commentary position a shot of Mary Earps on the bench as Germany have a throw over on the far side. In terms of Hannah Hampton, I mean, it's the defence really rather than the goalkeeping that's let England down, fair to say?
Yeah, because she's last line of defence, so if the defence take care of the things that they need to take care of in front of, then it shouldn't even come back to Hampton. But there's not much I don't think she could have done for either of the goals.
No, it was a fabulous penalty, and Kvin for the second just had so much space. Great finish in off the post into the bottom corner, very similar to where she put the penalty, as England have the ball on the halfway line. It is finished 1-1 between Croatia and Northern Ireland elsewhere in the Euro playoffs. The Women's Euros next summer as England come down the left-hand side. Good sliding block by Sarah Dawson, who's having a really good game at centre-half for Germany. Played forward now to Gavin, and now Brand on the turn, plays it forwards. Laid off to Shoka Nuskin of Chelsea, still inside the Germany half, but Germany's dark green shirts are streaming forward, and the ball is played through to Clara Ball. Clara Ball into the penalty area. Germany looking for a third here. It's Ball! It is 3-0! It's past Hampton. She could have done better with that one, and England are falling apart at Wembley. What an opening game this is for Germany's new manager Christian Wörth. He can't believe it on the touchline. Huge beaming smile. Germany's players all together in a huddle celebrating. But big questions now for the Lionesses and Serena Wiegmann. Yes, this is a friendly, but their performances have been under scrutiny, and that scrutiny is only going to increase because defensively they've been shambolic.
It is absolutely unbelievable, Vicky. I don't think anyone in this stadium tonight would have expected England to be 3-0 down, and in the manner that they're down as well. You know, there's such big spaces. They're going in isolation. You've got the forward line pressing, you've got the midfield nowhere to be seen, and the defence, they're all over the place. And it's taken a huge knock to their confidence. But you look at, I'm standing there pointing, and I'm going, the ball's going to go to the opposite side, and it's unbelievable. It's a poor start from England.
I think the disconnect between the three units is very clear to see. You know, the defence is dropping off, the midfield is stepping up with the forwards, and there's a massive gap where Germany are really exploiting at the moment.
Millie Bright plays it forwards. England in a daze. We have to say again, attacking-wise, when they've got the ball and come forward, they've been great, England. Russo's hit the post, had a stunner ruled out rightly so for offside. But Germany have taken their chances, and England have had to work for their opportunities. It's been great play attacking-wise from England. for Germany, it's been a walk in the park going forward as Anke-Trine Berger has it. And Nikita, I want to bring you back in because you said when those players are in the centre, this is down, it's the players that can change things. Serena can tweak things, but it's up to the players. Is it now up to Serena Wiegmann? Because we've not played half an hour. England are 3-0 down. As a manager, should she be changing things?
I think that's exactly why she's standing at the top of the box. She wants to change things. She's out there. She's going to be given instructions. But ultimately, she can only give words. The players are the ones who have to give the action on the pitch.
Here come Germany, leading by 3-0 here at Wembley, the home of England's greatest triumph when they won their first major trophy. But this has been a humbling encounter so far with the record European champions as England win a throw, level with the edge of the penalty area. But this is a Germany side in transition. This is a Germany side who've had some huge players retire since the Olympics. The legendary captain Alexandra Popp, the former #1 goalkeeper Melle Frooms, that was a big shot. As England have the ball inside the area, just about cleared away by Sarai Linda before Toon can latch onto it. Toon has been quiet so far in this game. Here is Lauren Hemp bringing the ball out of the sky. Can she provide a bit of magic? Squeezes the ball across. Now England's turn to appeal for a penalty. For handball, not given. Ball's out of play for an England throw. We do have VAR, and referee Marta Huerta de Aza is just telling England and Jess Carter, just don't take the throw just yet because VAR will have a look. So Germany got things underway with a penalty inside the opening minutes. Are England going to be given a lifeline here? 3-0 down against Germany in this friendly here at Wembley. Could they get a spot kick?
I think it's from Lauren Hemp's cross. Givin puts her arm up. If it is, it's fingernails at that, Vicky. I don't know how much contact is on that. I didn't know if it was a second one because it seems like it takes a bounce off the thigh, whether it hits around afterwards, but it's close if it's a penalty.
She's going to go and look for the screen, and I think what's done Julia Gvin here, the Germany captain, is the arm is so high, and this is where it comes to natural position and all of that. Yes, she's sliding to make the block, but you just cannot have your arms up that high anymore in the way that the handball rule is interpreted. So this has got to be a penalty to England.
But you know what's hard, Vicky? Like, talking as a defender, I'm not making excuses, but it's really hard when you are doing a slide tackle, you are doing a block, to try and keep your arms down. They just go into those unnatural positions.
It is a debate that rages on. What's natural, what isn't, but in the current climate, it's a penalty, and it's been confirmed. So England have a penalty. England who trail by 3-0, and we haven't even played 33 minutes. So England will say that they absolutely deserve a goal in this game, and I think that is a very fair assessment. Can they get a goal back against Germany in a first half that has essentially been a horror show? It's Georgia Stanway up against Anke-Trine Berger. Stanway does find the back of the net. Super penalty, low into the bottom corner. And Wembley finally has something to celebrate on what has so far been a chastening night for the Lionesses. But just about, they're back in it. England 1, Germany 3.
And it's a great penalty from Stanway because she drills it right into the bottom corner. She gets right over the top of the ball, laces it into the bottom corner. Berger can't get nowhere near it. She does go the right way, but she can't get there. Goes straight to the goal, picks the ball up as well, and says to England, don't celebrate, let's get back on it.
Yeah, straight to the halfway line, put the ball down, let's go. England have been really good attackingly. I think they've created some good chances, but now they've got that goal. Let's hope that they can go forward and get more.
Nikita Parris and Gilly Flaherty with us here on 5 Live. Well, it's been quite a remarkable half here so far at Wembley. 33 minutes gone. Lauren Hemp was taken out there, wasn't she? Referee's happy with it, and to be fair, Hemp is back up to her feet. She's a tough cookie, Lauren Hemp. And Germany bring the ball over the halfway line. England 1, Germany 3. It's been remarkable. The defending has been shambolic, and that will be a key talking point, and I'm sure something that Serena Wiegmann will have to address at half-time. And Jess Carter now brings it forward for England up to the halfway line. Kira Walsh turning away from Shoka Nuskin of Chelsea out to the left-hand side, and Jess Carter once more. That's a good ball from Carter. It's well cut out though by Zara Dawson, who's had a super game for Germany at centre-half. Otherwise Russo is in there. Throw to England over on the far side. Here is Walsh once more, plays it forward. Nice little interchange of passes with Toon. Again, there has been nice play from England, but again they've lost it. Now in the centre circle, and Germany come forward once again. Advantage played as Germany's players tumble, and here is Clara Bull. Bull inside the penalty area, looking for Germany's fourth. Just runs out of room and runs into Millie Bright, who looks over her shoulder as if to say, you're not getting past me that time. It's not been a great game for Bryson Williamson, but she did well there, the England centre-half, and Lauren Hemp has it on halfway. England 1, Germany 3 here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds, as Russo has it out on the left-hand side and plays it all the way back to Jess Carter, and now Kira Walsh has it on the halfway line. Forward now she goes once more to Alessia Russo. Good run being made by Beth Mead, and it's Mead into the penalty area. Plays it off to Stanway! England have turned it around in this first half at Wembley. Stanway second of the game, England second of the game, and all of a sudden it's England 2, Germany 3.
It's unbelievable, Vicky. This first half, there's not been, I don't think, a spell of like 3 or 4 minutes where it just goes really stout. No, it's literally been like 90 minutes packed into 35. It's unbelievable. But England, this is the reaction that England needed. You know, good calm play out from the back. Germany not getting the pressure that they've been wanting to do. Russo with a great switch across to Beth Mead. And Stanway's just alive in the box. Germany defence, and that is now their turn for them to be all over the place, because defensively they showed probably England too much respect there and enabled England to just pick up their passes.
And it's Germany's turn to get their players in a huddle and say, well, what went wrong there? And they've given the ball away again. Berger comes out really quickly. Good goalkeeping outside of a penalty area to clear away as the offside flag goes up, and England have a free kick just inside their own half. So let's take a breath. Let's head to the Premier League. Leicester against Nottingham Forest, Tom Gale.
Where it's goalless, great noise in this East Midlands derby, Vicky. A win for either side could see them jump up the table. Leicester can move into the top half. Forest could climb as high as 5th with a win. We played 5 minutes. Leicester 0, Forest 0.
And to Portsmouth against Sheffield Wednesday, Chris Wines.
0-0, but there's some serious intensity down here as well, and there needs to be from a Portsmouth perspective, because they're still looking for that first home league win of the season, and they're bottom of the table. Portsmouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Here at Wembley, England 2, Germany 3. There is so much to pick out of this game, and we'll be doing that at half-time. And we've only had 36 minutes. Here come England once again, looking for the leveller. Russo's in there, Berger on the stretch, can't get there, and neither can Bronze at the far post, and nor can Mead, and it's behind, and Bronze is screaming, she wants a corner, it's given as a goal kick. Chilly Flaherty.
You know what you'd be thinking as well, defensively for England, you'd be feeling frustrated because you've given Germany their goals. You've literally given it to them. So if you don't make those mistakes, or you don't have that start, you're in an unbelievable position against Germany. But the good, promising thing for England is that they're creating. They're looking dangerous every time they're going forward. So they just nail out the defensive errors, and I don't think they'll worry about getting back into this game.
At 3-0 down, serious questions are being asked, but now again it's Germany all over the place. Here is Beth Mead, plays it through, Berger's there, gets there just ahead of Russo again, really well anticipated from the former Chelsea goalkeeper, and she snatches it just off the toes of the England striker, and it stays England 2, Germany 3.
Yeah, Berger needed to be on her front foot there because Alessia Russo was stretching in behind, and you're able to see that combination, that partnership between Mead and Russo, obviously getting to do it at a club level, knowing where each other are. But England are on the front foot. England still look hungry. 100% there's going to be more goals in this game.
So 7 minutes plus added time to play in this first half. England 2, Germany 3 on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. And if you're just joining us and you've missed any of the game, you can go on BBC Sounds if you download the app, get it on your phone and just scroll back and listen to those goals. As England come through again, here's Ella Toone to make it 3-3, just past the post. Toone has her head in her hands. Well, she's no stranger to a special goal at Wembley, Ella Toone, and that would have topped a special first half comeback, but it agonisingly squeezes wide of that far post, and it stays England 2, Germany 3.
As the Germany defence are going, hold on England, you've made mistakes, we can make just as many mistakes as you, let's match you. Literally Dawson just played the ball straight across the box. England, well, how Toone hasn't finished it, it looked like it was going in the opposite corner, but it is a collection of defensive errors from both teams tonight.
Germany in possession over on the far side. Serena Wiegmann had her head in her hands at that miss. Their side were 3-0 down. They've come back to 3-2 as the flag goes up offside again against Germany, and England have a free kick inside their own half. But I think that's the thing, isn't it? That, you know, Germany, it's their first game under a new manager, Christian Wirth. They've been very clear that, you know, it is about trying to find the style. It's about taking these small steps towards the Euros and, you know, trying out a couple of new players. He's given a debut to Giovanna Hoffmann up top. And yes, you know, players like Dawson is hugely experienced, but this is a more experimental or a different transitional Germany side compared to this England side, 7 of whom started the Euros final, compared to Germany's 2 just over 2 years ago, as Germany have it out to the left-hand side. And Daumann collects with that outstretched right pink boot and plays it forward, and that's a brilliant ball, and Clara Bull into the area, very well blocked by Leah Williamson, the England captain. Bull has it again, left hand side, little deflection off Williamson, and that's a good claim by Hampton, comes flying out and plucks the ball out of the air inside her 6-yard box and just slows the play down. And I'll tell you what, I just noticed there's a fan as Hannah Hampton took that catch. He's jumped out of his seats and he's punching the air. The crowd are so into this inside Wembley Stadium, because honestly, Gilly, I think this is one of the most bonkers first halves of football I've ever seen.
It's exhausting, Vicky. I feel like I need a power nap at half time. But it is, I mean, from Leah Williamson, it's better there. She comes over, she covers, and she commits to it. She commits to making the block. But yeah, the fans are into this game. It's been a brilliant first half of football.
Unless you're a defender.
Or an England fan. Maybe later on the stage in the first half.
England in possession. Germany still leading by 3 goals to 2. 4 minutes plus added time to play in this first half here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. If you're just getting home as well, you want to continue listening to us, then you can ask your smart speaker to play 5 Live as well. Just ask it to play 5 Live and stay with us for the rest of this first half, and what I'm sure is going to be a thrilling second half as well. So much to talk about in terms of what this tells us about England as they begin the build-up proper to defending what they hope will be defending their crown at the Euros, and they're getting sliced apart again. Here is Clara Bull towards the penalty area. Bull lets fly, little ricochet into Bright, who just got a foot on it and manages to clear away. But Germany come again, the dark green shirts getting forward. Here is Jule Brandt, red booted, approaching the penalty area, down to the byline up against Bronze. Really good strength from Lucy Bronze, using all of that experience, just going shoulder to shoulder with Jule Brandt, easing her off the ball, and it's behind for an England goal kick. Gilly Flannery.
I think, no, Germany are finding too much space in the wide areas. You know, it is far too easy for them to get in behind. I think Ball makes the wrong decision there. I think she cuts inside where the bodies are and gives it back to England. But England, for me, have to look at those areas in the wide positions, because Germany got too much time and space out there.
So Hannah Hampton, thankfully for everybody, particularly us commentators, just slows it down and lets us all take a breath. England with the goal kick. England 2, Germany 3. 2 minutes to go, plus added time in this first half here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds, as Walsh almost loses out. Lucy Bronze then does so, but the anticipation there from Lisa Zentz was just a little bit off, and she does get to the ball but plays it straight out of play, and England have a throw. If you're Serena Wiegmann, how many changes are you making at half time?
I mean, I wouldn't make any, because, and the only reason that is because I would give them another 5-10 minutes. I think if you're pulling players off, they've had a good reaction in this first half, but if you're pulling players off after the way England have come into this game, into this first half, then you're ending up having more conversations that probably don't need to be needed.
Alessia Russo's gone down. Possible appeals for a free kick. And the Germany substitutes more than anything else, but cleared away by Ann-Katrin Berger, who raises her hands in apology. But it did make it through to Linda Daumann, and Millie Bright will intercept and play the ball to Leah Williamson. Nice little triangle with Walsh and Williamson and Brighton all the way back now to Hannah Hampton. But I have to say, I'm going to raise an official complaint about this. I've just seen a paper airplane go past. This is the least paper airplane game I think I've seen in my life. I mean, yeah, okay, fine if it's 0-0 and see if you can get it on the Wembley pitch, but this is 3-2. Germany against England. It's been played at a million miles an hour. We've had shocking defending, brilliant attacking. It's been a cracker.
Go for it, Vicky, because I've got kids at my school asking for me to make paper airplanes, and I've not got a clue how to do them. So tell me and I'll speak to them.
I'll put you in touch at half time. Ball goes out of play over on the far side, and it will be a Germany throw. I think the lines woman over on the far side was just making up her mind, and Germany have the throw. And it does feel, Nikita, like the players with 40 seconds plus added time to go in this first half have just gone, oh, you know what, I think I could do with a breather.
Yeah, definitely this game's been played at a frantic pace, and I think the scoreline will tell you exactly what this game has provided. But England still need to go on the ascendancy because they are still 1 goal down.
They've got it on the right hand side, picked up now, played into the area, and it's flicked across and just won't reach Lucy Bronze. That definitely got a deflection, and it is given as a corner. Oh, but it's one of those Gilly Flaherty that stretching head of the Germany defender Minga almost took it perfectly into the path of Lucy Bronze. Instead it's behind for a corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great run right on the back post from Lucy Bronze. Keir Walsh, great ball into the box, but yeah, Germany defenders get all important touch on it to flick it back, but Lucy Bronze just coming in, just takes it off her.
So corner to England on this near side. They fought back from 3-0 down to 3-2. Can they find the equaliser on the stroke of half-time in this remarkable game? It's Lauren Hebb who swings it in. Berger's there, claims it well on the edge of a 6-yard box. As Lucy Bronze goes down but does get up. No appeals for a penalty. Was just checking to see if she was injured, but she isn't. She is out of position as Germany come down the right-hand side for now. Good run in field as the dark green shirts come forward. Here is Sense and plays it to the edge of the area. Mead is in there, but she's lost it, and it's picked up by Linda on the left-hand side. Pulls it across, and Hampton beats it away at a near post behind for a Germany corner.
I mean, England just all over the place defensively because obviously they've had the attack. Lucy Bronze has stayed up, so Germany are now targeting that area. Hannah Hampton does well at her near post to bat it away, but again, Germany looking dangerous every time they attack England.
Oh, I'm glad the Euros final wasn't like this. I wouldn't have been able to cope. Germany with the corner, leading by 3-2 in this friendly, which is a big one for the Lionesses as they build up to the Euros next summer in Switzerland. Corner is swung in for Germany. It's headed away almost on the goal line by England. Dalman will dink it back in. No nonsense this time by Russo. Up towards halfway. Toon is the only player up there in a white shirt for England, but she does well. She wins the header and then lays it off on the left-hand side. Thumped away by Dalman before Hemp could bring it down, and picked up by Giovanna Hoffman, the debutant. Right-hand side, blocked away by Jess Carter. Still makes its way into the penalty area. Cleared away by Leah Williamson. Russo will chase. Dawson is there, but Russo's got the better of her. She's still inside her own half. A little miscontrol, but she will find Toon. And Toon sprays it forward now to Beth Mead. She needs support. She's played it into Shoka Nuskin of Chelsea. And Clara Bull will tidy up for Germany. Goal at Leicester, Tom Gale.
Leicester 0, Forest 1, Vicky, against the run of play. Their first effort on goal, edge of the box. The captain, Ryan Yates, side-footed, nestles in the bottom corner. We played 16 minutes, Leicester 0, Forest 1.
Thanks, Tom, here at Wembley. 3 minutes to go in this first half. England 2, Germany 3. England were 3-0 down in this friendly. They pulled it back with 2 goals from Stanway. One a penalty, one finishing off a brilliant team move. Germany, though, have eviscerated England defensively. England, as the ball goes out of play for a Germany throw just inside the England half. And would you say, Tilly, this is probably the worst that England have played defensively under Sarina Wiegman?
I'd say yeah, but I also think as well that they've done it in previous games, maybe not as open in that, but they've never been exposed. The other team have never took advantage of it.
Germany could take advantage again as Dalman goes for the chip from range. Brilliant save, Hampton. Tips it onto the bar. Oh, that was fabulous play all round. What ingenuity from Dalman. She must have been 35 yards out. She's getting pats on the back from her teammates. But what a fabulous, fabulous stop from Hannah Hampton. Fingertips to touch it onto the bar, Germany corner.
I mean, I thought that was in, Vicky. As soon as Dalman picks up the ball, you see what she wants to do. Hannah Hampton is higher up because she's been offering her support, but she's able to get her feet moving backwards, gets such a big touch on it to tip it onto the bar. Unbelievable save.
What an effort, what a save, what quality that was. Germany with the corner, it's cleared away by Lucy Bronze. I'm not sure if there's, sending off, we haven't had a sending off. We've had VAR reviews, we've had penalties, we've had 5 goals, we've had shocking defending, we've had brilliant attacking play, we've had one of the best saves that you'll ever see from one of the most audacious efforts that a player can do. And still, we're not at half-time. It's England 2, it's Germany 3.
I mean, what a first time. I said everything that's happened, that's 90 minutes.
Oh, Germany have got it again. Mistake by Williamson. Mead tries to win it back. Carter trying to clear it. Mead eventually does out of the penalty area. You cannot take your eyes off this for a second, and still, England cannot sort this defence out.
No, they can't. And I think, if anything, England are probably hoping now to get in at half-time, get Serena having a conversation with them, take a deep breath as well, because this first half has been constant and it's been non-stop.
Ball's back with Berger, and that's it, isn't it, Nikita? There has been no time to reset. We just see the Germany manager, Christian Wirth, coming out here and saying, look, just calm it down, let's see it out to half-time. There's been so little time for players to do that in this game, in any period of the game.
Yeah, it's been frantic pace at half-time, and I'm sure they'll take a big, massive, deep breath, these England players.
Well, what a first half in pretty much every way possible. England 3-0 down after some shocking defending, conceding a penalty early on, which was excellently dispatched by Gwynn. She then got a second completely unmarked down the right-hand side. Clara Bull then fired past Anna Hampton, who could have done better for the third. And at that point, we hadn't even played half an hour, and it looked like there were serious questions about the direction that England are going under Sarina Wiegman, the scrutiny on their performances. But 2 goals from Stanway, they're very much back in it. Gilly Flaherty, sum that one up.
Lost for words, Vicky. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to catch my breath here, but I did honestly think at 3-0, I thought that's it. It could end up being more because of how defensively poor England have been tonight. But the promising thing for England is every time they went forward, they were creating chances. They looked lively. And I think it'd be a worry if that wasn't happening, if England weren't getting their chance going forward. But they've got themselves back into it. And thankfully for Hampton, doing that big save, it's not 4-2.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Hampton with that save will give her definitely a big boost of confidence. But I think England's attacking line has definitely kept them in this game. You know, it's been played at frightening pace. But Lauren Hem, Beth Mead, Alessia Russo, they've really done well up top. But I think England's problems have actually come from when they go into a free at the back, Lucy's really pushing on, which is leaving massive spaces in the wide areas, especially in the defensive third, which Germany are really exploiting on the second ball.
Well, I don't know about you, but I can't wait for the second half. Half-time at Wembley, England 2, Germany 3.
Thank you so much, Vicky Sparks, former West Ham and Arsenal defender Gilly Flaherty, and Brighton forward Nikita Parris. Now, I'm going to leave you guys for just a couple of minutes so you can start drafting a strongly worded email to whoever threw that paper aeroplane at one of the most exciting games of the year so far. And let's go to the text and tweets, 85058, if you do want to get in touch, at 5 Live Sport on the social channels as well. This is how wonderfully reactionary we all are as football fans. Martin gets in touch to say, poor from Williamson and Bright, it's not 2022 anymore. Meg says, Serena's got her Leah Williamson tinted glasses firmly on. Her form this season has been poor, and yet she still starts over Greenwood and Letitia. Emma says, considering this is a friendly, Wiegman should have completely changed his England side, because that is exactly why she shouldn't have picked her usual players. And then we get to the point where it's 2-3 and Georgia Stanway scored twice. Tim says, that second goal, what a team goal. Billy says, best half an hour of any football match this season. And Stuart says, this Lionesses game is the most entertaining 35 minutes of football I've seen all year. It's a cracker. Gilly, try and pick the bones out of that. What a crazy half of football.
It's unbelievable. Like I said on air, it's literally like 90 minutes was crammed into the first 35. The goals and the mistakes and players making mistakes that you would associate with players who are tired, giving the ball away across their defensive line. But I also think as well, Germany probably never expected England to gift them chances. Now, obviously, there is a lot of change with Germany, and England were favourites coming into this game tonight. So I think they're probably thinking, hold on a minute, the amount of space that is there and the chances that are being given to them, they've punished England.
Let's try and break it down by sections. Nikita, I think we were all in shock as we saw that first pass from Leah Williamson. So uncharacteristic. Where does that stem from?
I think that's just ultimately nerves starting a game, and I know people will say she's very experienced, you know, she's played games at Wembley before, but every time you play at Wembley in front of a crowd, it brings a different emotion, and if you don't settle into that game fast, especially against a top side like Germany, they're going to punish her.
We saw the players walking off the pitch and gulping for air. I mean, it's so frenetic out there. Who'll be talking in the dressing room, Nikita? Who takes the first 5-10 minutes of that team talk?
The players. Leo will be speaking, Millie will be speaking, I'm sure Lucy will have a lot to say, but ultimately they all need to sit down and individually look at their own performance, because, you know, everyone out there hasn't put in that top performance that it takes to get, you know, a win against Germany at Wembley. And, you know, the attacking players can definitely hold their head high, but still you need 5, 10, 20 more % out of everyone.
Can you remember a time, when was the last time the Lionesses were in a situation like that?
Yeah, I can't remember a time.
It was absolutely incredible. Let's go over to Tom Dale's a goal between Leicester and Forest.
Where we're all level, Ben. It is Leicester 1, Forest 1. Not quite the fireworks that you've had at Wembley, but we have only played 24 minutes. Forest scored through Adam Yates and their first effort on goal. And at the other end, guess who? Jamie Vardy. Winks burst down the left-hand side of the penalty area, sends in a ball. Vardy gets in between the two centre-halves to poke it home. And actually, we're almost close to Forest retaking the lead there. Somehow they blazed wide from inside the 6-yard box. What a game at the King Power, just like at Wembley. But it's Leicester 1, Forest 1. We played 24 minutes.
I feel like Tom's trying to top trump us there for excitement. Let's go over to Fratton Park. Chris Wise at Portsmouth, Sheffield Wednesday.
We can't quite match the intensity, unfortunately. No goals so far. 26 minutes played between Pompey and Wednesday, and the two big chances have come to the visitors. The old stager Liam Palmer and also Michael Smith, who once actually wore the colours of Portsmouth, both with opportunities for Wednesday from close range, and on each occasion there were Pompey bodies in the way. Portsmouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Thanks, Chris. Coming up, Anthony Crowley will be joining us live to preview Cottrell versus Prograis in the boxing tomorrow. That's after your latest news headlines with Johnny Freeman.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
Thanks, Ben. Good evening. A 26-year-old man from County Armagh has been jailed for at least 20 years for the online exploitation of young girls around the world. Alexander McCartney was handed a life sentence after he admitted charges including the manslaughter of a 12-year-old who took her own life. Caroline Cunningham from the NSPCC says McCarthy's victims will need long-term support.
It is difficult to comprehend the nature, the scale and the enormity of the horrific abuse and exploitation perpetrated by McCartney, and it is vital now that support services are put in place.
Elsewhere, America's top diplomat, Antony Blinken, has met Arab leaders in London to discuss how to end the fighting in the Middle East. He's understood to be trying to forge a plan for Gaza after a potential truce is agreed. The political activist Tommy Robinson has been remanded in custody a day before thousands of his supporters are due to march in London. The 41-year-old, whose real name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon, has been charged with failing to provide the PIN to his mobile. Just over a week after Liam Payne died suddenly, all 5 of his former band's albums have returned to the UK charts. One Direction's third album, Midnight Memories, is the highest re-entry at number 13. And British tourists face paying more for attractions in France, like the Louvre, under proposals to add extra charges for non-EU nationals. The French culture minister wants to bring in a €5 fee at Paris's Notre Dame Cathedral, which is due to reopen soon after a major fire in 2019.
Pakistan will need 1 wicket to win this match and go 1-1 in the series, and no man moves it and bowls it. Bashir's popped it up, is out first ball, and Pakistan level the series.
England are taking on Pakistan in a 3-match test series.
We knew when we came over here that it was going to be a tough test, and we're certainly in for it and look forward to the opportunity in the last test match.
Ball-by-ball commentary of the third test continues tomorrow morning from 5:45 on 5 Sports Extra.
And keep up to date with the TMS podcast on BBC Sounds.
This is 5 Live Sport
with Ben Haynes.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
Second half commentary of England-Germany to come. The Lionesses trailed by 2-3 in an absolute thriller, and then a mini Premier League kick-off before we leave you at 10 p.m. tonight. Elsewhere today, England are a bit of trouble in their third test against Pakistan. They trail by 53 runs with 7 wickets remaining, and Pakistan's second innings are still to come. Here's England leg spinner Rian Ahmed.
Obviously, having 3 down overnight was never part of the plan, and at one stage we looked like we could have got them just before they got a lead, but it's cricket. I think things happen quickly, and we expected that as well. So obviously momentum is with them at the moment, but hopefully we can soak it up a bit tomorrow and then just put it back on them and try and get a lead and put them back in.
I mean, do you have to acknowledge sometimes, when an opposition has played well? You look at Saad Shakil's innings; it was great discipline out there.
So Saad, I think Saad batted very well. He stuck to his options. He batted time, the way he bats, and he stuck to his method, which is what everyone tries to do. Whatever your method is, just stick to it. Which, Saad did very well, and so did Sajid and Noman. Obviously, they took more risky options, but they got it. So they both got 100 runs between them as well. So yeah.
What's the feeling in the dressing room tonight? I mean, the game was level at tea, wasn't it? Both sides 267 on the board, but that final session, I mean, they've stormed it.
I think still level, isn't it? We've got so much battling now in the locker room there, so it's like, obviously having 3 downs not ideal, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
So my man with the questions to Rian Ahmed there, and you can listen to that interview in full along with a full recap of today's action on the latest episode of the Test Match Special on BBC Sounds. Elsewhere, Liverpool manager Arne Slot says Diogo Jota will miss their Premier League game at Arsenal on Sunday. More on that game in Premier League kickoff from 9:30 tonight. Ian Holloway is back in management, this time appointed as the new boss of League 2 Swindon Town until the end of the season. And practice sessions at the Mexican Grand Prix are well underway. Head over to Sports Extra if you want to listen to that. Now, a huge night of boxing in Manchester tomorrow as Jack Catterall, fresh off overcoming Josh Taylor in May, goes head-to-head against American fighter Regis Prograis. Former lightweight world champion Anthony Crolla joins us now. Anthony, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Good to see you guys.
Great to have you on. A bit of back and forth between the two ahead of tomorrow at their press conference this week. What did you make of all that?
There was, but I do think the respect is there as well at the same time. I think they both know each other are very good fighters. They've been talked about fighting before, and I was at the weigh-in before, so got the younger brother on the card, and at the ceremonial weigh-in in the evening, and there was a handshake after it. You can see there's a lot of respect between them as well. I think, you know what it is? It's just a proper fight. 2 very good lads who were wanting to become world champion, and the winner of this, you would think, gets a world title shot.
Anthony, is it crucial at this point to try and utilise every little thing you have in your armoury to gain an advantage at this stage?
Absolutely. It's the fine margins. It's the 1 and 2% that can be a huge difference. And whatever that's down to, whether it's how you're making weight, psychology, like somebody who will sit with you, prepare you the best you mentally can be. Obviously, physical's a massive thing, but no, of course, it's the very fine margins that make the difference at this level.
Which way do you see it going?
I think Jack Catterall wins points. I expect a cagey fight for the first 3 or 4 rounds before Jack develops a bit of a rhythm. And I wouldn't be surprised if he buzzes Regis Prograis along the way. Very heavy-handed, Jack. But again, it's Regis. He's speaking super confident before, very relaxed character, very laid back. He's determined to become a three-time world champion. Apologies, and it makes for a great fight.
Anthony, while we've got you, we have to touch on another huge fight happening in late December, the Usyk-Fury rematch. They had their press conference yesterday. After how the fight went last time out, are we expecting anything different?
Well, I was just in the minibus with a few coaches who are like some of the very best coaches in Great Britain, and they're saying it's hard to imagine. It's hard to go against Usyk after how he finished that last fight, but it's also very easy to, forget that Tyson Fury looked like he had that fight won in the middle rounds, and then he's just switched off. Or did he switch off? Did Alexander Usyk adapt? Was that the difference? It's, listen, you never know what you're going to get with Tyson Fury in life, never mind in the ring. So, no, it could be something very different, but I think we'll see another very entertaining fight, that's for sure. I think 2 great boxing IQs in there, pitting them against each other.
Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. Great to catch up. You can catch up full commentary of Catterall versus Prograis tomorrow night with Anthony on co-comms duty for us there. Action begins with the undercard from 8 p.m. on 5 Sports Extra before switching to 5 Live and BBC Sounds from 10. And you can listen to a full preview of the whole card right now on the 5 Live Boxing Podcast with Steve Bunce. Before we head back to the action here, let's check in at the KP. Tom Gale.
Leicester 1, Forest 1, Ben. Both sides scoring with their first efforts on target. 2 captains as well. Yates, edge of the box curler after 16 minutes. Vardy toe poking home in the 23rd. We've got just over 10 minutes before the half-time whistle. It's Leicester 1, Forest 1.
Thanks, Tom. To Fratton Park, Portsmouth, Sheffield Wednesday, Chris Wise.
11 minutes to go of the first half, still 0-0 between Pompey and Sheffield Wednesday, but you just sense the dial is moving a little bit now in Portsmouth's direction after a shaky start. Callum Lang's free kick a moment ago, pushed away by James Beadle at his near post. Portsmouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Thanks, Chris. Some results in the Women's Euro qualifier playoffs from earlier on. Croatia and Northern Ireland drew 1-1. Casey Howe in the 92nd minute for Northern Ireland to level up there. Fia Morgan's late goal gave Wales a lifeline as they lost 2-1 to Slovakia, and Scotland won by a 1-0 away at Hungary. Now, really interesting here at Wembley Stadium, Vicky. We saw the German side come out very, very early. You'd be thinking that they would take every last second they can possibly get to rest up ahead of the second half.
I think every player potentially would want to do that, and we're seeing changes as well. 1 for England, 2 for Germany. England have just brought on Jess Park for Ella Toone, and let me bring in Gilly straight away on that, because Jess Park was one of the players that you mentioned on 5 Live Drive earlier when we were looking at the players that Sarina Wiegman might experiment with over these friendlies. Grace Clinton, Alex Greenwood and Jess Park were the players you mentioned. Is this the right time to bring her on?
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is with the midfield. I think they're too far away at times from the Germany players, but I think, listen, Park for me has been in great form the last couple of seasons too, so you know she'll give energy. And what I really like about Park is she's always a player that's always on her front foot. She doesn't allow midfielders the time and the space. She wins the ball so much on a turnover, and I think that's why she's been put in there for England.
So we're underway in this second half. Will it live up to the first? If it does, it'll be one of the most remarkable games of football that we've ever brought you here on 5 Live, because as we begin this second half, it is England 2, Germany 3 in this Women's International Friendly. A huge game for England as they build up to trying to defend their European crown at the Women's Euros next summer. They're up against the record European champions Germany, the side that they beat in the Euros final just over 2 years ago on this very pitch. And they're coming forward early doors. Lauren Hemp's early ball into the penalty area, cleared away at the back by Germany. Flags up anyway for offside, and it will be a free kick to Germany just inside their own penalty area. So there's 2 changes for Germany at half-time. Sarai Linde has gone off to be replaced by NC Courageous Felicitas Rauch, who was one of the runners-up at Euro 2022 against England, and the debutant Giovanna Hoffmann, who provided that early assist for Linda Dahlmann to win that penalty that got Germany underway. Germany, remember, who were leading by 3-0 in that first half before those 2 goals from Sternway. She's been replaced by Hoffenheim's Zelina Churchy, whose last game, in fact, was back in February 2022 against England. Germany lost by 3-1. She then did her ACL. It's been a long wait for the 24-year-old, but she's back in a Germany shirt. She's been in really good form for Hoffenheim as well this season. 4 goals in 7 games for them. So we'll take you through the full lineups in a moment, but it's Germany in possession all the way back with Ann-Katrin Berger playing from left to right in the dark green shirts, the black shorts and the black socks. England in the white shirts, dark blue shorts and the white socks. And here is Jess Park, the half-time change that Sarina Wiegman has made as England look to find an equaliser, having fought back from 3-0 down to 3-2 on this remarkable night here at Wembley. Germany win possession with Linda Dahlmann, who dinks the ball straight out of play. Ball goes out of play for an England throw. So Gilly Flaherty, the key thing for England, firstly, don't defend so shambolically, and then,
well, I was going to say, don't start the second half how you started the first half. I think that's clear, but it'd been interesting to see what was said in at half-time. You know, experienced players who know they've just not been at their game tonight, and they have to make amends in the second half.
And one player who's already made amends is Georgia Stanway. She's on the ball here. Bayern Munich player, plays at club football in Germany, knows so many of these players so well from playing with them and against them. Incidentally, all 5 goals have been scored by Bayern Munich players this evening. 2 for England, 3 for Germany as Beth Mead picks it up right hand side of the penalty area, chips the ball across, floats all the way across the penalty area, unorthodox, but does find Lauren Him. Here she is approaching the penalty area on the left hand side. Might just have run too much, but does keep it in. England trying to latch onto it just outside the 6-yard box, but Stanway's lost it. Stanway on a hat-trick, of course. Carter picks it up, she drives, that's blocked away. England still trying to grab it on the edge of the penalty area. Germany taking their time, dallying defensively, but in the end it will be run clear. Jess Carter was then pulled back there by Eula Brand, who initially had done well to run that ball clear in a rather laconic fashion, but then committed the foul. So England take the free kick quickly. Interception by Shoka Niskin of Chelsea for Germany. Millie Bright of Chelsea then commits the foul for England, and it's a free kick to Germany just inside their own half. And Gilly Flaherty, I sense that this game is going to be played as a frenetic pace as it was in the first half.
Yeah, and I just said all as well, because I mean Millie Bright's already on a yellow card, and you know, and in another game that could have been a yellow because the forward doesn't allow her, well, she allows her to turn, then she takes her late. But what worries me of England, though, is when they are attacking, Lucy Bronze comes so high and so narrow. She's not got the pace to get back and to make that ground up like she would have had a few years ago, and it's where Germany are exploiting England.
Germany have given the ball away though, and here goes Lauren Hemp driving over the halfway line. She's got Russo through the centre. That's a brilliant challenge, excellently done by Elisa Zintz, the Germany midfielder. Super tackle and a lovely ball to find Dalman as well, but Hampton's come out and played that very calmly right through the centre of the England half. Hampton, who is the reason why this is still 3-2, making a stunning stop from Dalman's chip from range. Hampton at full stretch, fingertips to tip it, and she got real height on that save as well to tip it just onto the bar and keep it at 3-2. So England in possession, England with Hampton in goal. The back four of Bronze, Bright, Williamson and Carter. Stanway, who's got 2, and Walsh ahead of them with Mead, Park and Hemp now supporting Russo up front, as England have it on the right hand side with Lucy Bronze, picked up now by Shoka Nuskin of Chelsea with the bright yellow boots, and she's worked it nicely to Dalman down the left hand side, and Churchy is running through the centre. Dalman will keep going, but it might fall to Churchy inside the penalty area, pulls it back across, comes to Dalman blocked on the edge of the area, and Eula Brand slots it in, but the flag's up. Germany thought they had a fourth, but the flag is up for offside, and England have a temporary, at least, reprieve. We do have VAR. They'll have a look. No celebrations from Eula Brand. Perhaps she knew. But again, the defending, Gilly Flaherty.
I think she's offside. I think it's the first initial pass. Doesn't get played quick enough. The pass was on. It's just not released quick enough, and it is. I mean, she is offside, but after that, you know, you've still got a series of events there where England don't defend with it either. Millie Bright, poor connection. Leah Williamson takes the block, and it ends up falling to a player that Jess Carter is too far away from. But, I mean, fortunate for England that the flag went up.
And it is confirmed, it is offside, as Gilly says. And we will get play underway with Hannah Hampton. As we say, Eula Brand didn't celebrate. I think she knew, but again, what Gilly's pulled out there in terms of the defending. That defending wasn't because it was offside. You know, had it been onside, it was still a really dangerous position and it was tight. It wasn't that the player being in the offside position was a decisive factor in that move. Though obviously it did give Germany a slight advantage, and goal rightly ruled out. So still, England 2, Germany 3. Jess Park now storming forward, plays it forward. Alessia Russo has it taken off her toes. Good defending by Yanina Minga behind for an England corner. 6.5 minutes gone, and still this game being played at 100 miles an hour. England 2, Germany 3.
And I think that's another reason as well with Jess Park. Defensively, she is a front foot player who likes to nick the ball off of the defenders, off of the midfielders when they're dropping deep to get it. But when she does get the ball, she's so direct. She loves running with the ball, and she's been able to create an opportunity there. And obviously Germany facing their own goal.
So corner to England from this left-hand side, looking to find this leveller. Is swung in, headed away on the edge of the 6-yard box. Germany will eventually clear up towards halfway line, and Linda Dalman, who lays it off to Julia Kvin, tried the little back heel and played it off Lauren Hemp, it looked like, and the assistant on this near side just takes her time and in the end does give the throw to Germany. So Julia Kvin, their captain, who scored a brace inside the opening 11 minutes in this game to put Germany 2-0 up, will take this throw. They went 3-0 up Germany before the half-hour mark, and Georgia Stanway brace for England has pulled it back to 3-2 here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. And a reminder, if you're just getting home, maybe getting out of your car, then you can listen to us very easily. Ask your smart speaker when you get in the house to play 5 Live, and stay with us for what has been a quite remarkable game of football. As Kira Walsh has it midway through the England half, plays it forward to Jess Park. She's well closed down by Shoka Nuskin, but does steer it out to Leah Williamson. As a centre half, Gilly, are you surprised, and knowing Serena Wiegman as we do, that Alex Greenwood perhaps didn't come on at half-time, or was that the one change that, despite the frailties in that back line, that Wiegman wasn't going to make?
I don't think she'd have made it at half-time. Whether or not she makes the change in this second half, obviously we were able to see Alex Greenwood is warming up, but for me, she's not going to pull Leah Williamson off or Millie Bright off at half-time, because then what it does is creates conversations that probably she doesn't really want to have, or the media are asking questions about it, whereas if the sub is then made within 10-15 minutes of the second half, it's not really addressed as much. But for me, if I'm a centre-back and I've had that first half performance, I wouldn't want to come off because I feel like there'd be so much more talk about it afterwards.
Here come England down the right-hand side. Germany make the interception and dig it up towards the halfway line. It's headed away by Kira Walsh, and Beth Mead will pick it up on the right, and then they'll lose possession, and Germany send it all the way back to Ann-Katrin Berger. Goal in the championship at Portsmouth, Chris Wise.
Just before half-time, and for Portsmouth, they're 1-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday. A corner initially saved by goalkeeper James Beadle, but it came to Portsmouth's left-back Connor Ogilvie from short range, and he crashed it in. Portsmouth 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Thanks, Chris. In the Premier League, it's still 1-1 between Leicester and Nottingham Forest. That was also an 8 o'clock kickoff here at Wembley. 9 minutes gone in this second half. England 2, Germany 3, but Germany coming down the right-hand side. And Gvin, she's closed down by Carter. Early ball in. It's a good delivery, headed away by Lucy Bronze. Chested down by Dalman. Brilliant defending by Georgia Stanway. Miscued clearance, does just about get enough on it. Rauk will pick it up on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Dalman's effort is closed down by Jess Park, and then she's dispossessed and is adjudged to have committed a foul on Beth Mead, and it will be a free kick to England by their own corner flag. But that was some super defending there by Georgia Stanway.
Really important defending from Georgia Stanway, because all of England's back line, they're all ball watching. No one's really got an awareness of where other players are, where they're coming in, and Georgia Stanway has to get in there and help her teammates out. But Germany looking like they're going to create something every single time they go forward.
England in possession on their edge of their own penalty area. Well, Germany are a side that have unrivaled pedigree in the women's game in Europe. 2-time world champions, the record 8-time European champions, Olympic champions in 2016, but that was their last major success. They won a bronze medal at the Olympics this summer in Paris, as Lauren Hemp almost gets onto that ball inside the penalty area, but Ann-Katrin Berger sent it out to this right-hand side. And a bronze medal is not to be sniffed at, particularly given the fact that they overcame Spain in that match, the reigning world champions. But by Germany's standards, having dominated the women's game in Europe for so long, it has been a dry spell, and they're in the first game under their new manager Christian Wörke, who's had so much success with Germany's men's under-17 side in recent years. Transitional team, they've lost some big players as Julia Gvin goes for the chip, and Hannah Hampton claims that easily. Much less trouble she was caused there than by Dalman's effort, which she touched onto the bar in the first half. But in terms of Germany, I mean, we're focusing on England here, but, you know, Germany also qualified for the Euros. They could be a side that England face at the European Championships as they look to defend their crown next summer. This is an exciting time for Germany.
It is, you know, and like I said, I don't think they would have expected to have been 3-0 up so soon in the first half, and probably not expecting England to give them the chances that they gave them. But, I mean, they're looking like a team that's full of confidence, and if this is them now, after all those changes, they're going to be in a really good place if they continue to grow at the rate that they're growing at. But I think Germany have underachieved over the last few years, and I was impressed by them in the Olympics. I think they had a difficult start to it, but to be able to overcome, I think they should have got a result against USA, and for them to overcome Spain as well, to get that bronze medal, was huge for them as a nation.
They won't keep the ball in on this right-hand side, and England have a throw. Yeah, particularly off the back of the World Cup as well, where they went out in the group stages, which was excruciating. England, of course, reaching the final. There's nuance to this conversation. They have had such success under Sarina Wiegman. They've won their first major trophy, England. They reached, as we say, the first World Cup final, but they have for a while now, really since the Euros, where everything worked. They didn't just win that tournament, they deserved to win it. With every iota of their being, they deserve to win it. They played so well. Since then, there have been questions about performances, and credit is absolutely due for finding back from 3-0 down to 3-2 as Russo puts on the pressure and wins a throw deep in Germany's half. But those questions haven't really been answered at all by this performance. Gilly Flaherty, in fact, there are more questions because of this performance.
Yeah, and I also said, like I said in the first half, Vicky, is other teams have had these opportunities that England have given them, or the mistakes that England have made, but they've never come up against a team that's punished them. And that's what's happened tonight, is they've finally come up against a team who have punished their mistakes. We've seen this over the last few games from England, and maybe it does take something like this happening tonight for England to wake up and realise they can't afford to keep doing it.
They've lost the ball again, and here goes Julia Brando. It's a brilliant run. Brand into the penalty area, still going. Julia Brand, what a goal this would be. Hampton makes the save, and Bright clears away on the volley. Oh, that would have been fabulous. They're appealing for a handball now against Zelina Churchy, and they've got it, England. Free kick midway through their own half. Well, we've seen some super goals. We've seen some shambolic defending here at Wembley, but that would have probably been the pick of the bunch. That was a super run from Julia Brand, and Hannah Hampton has stood up well.
Yeah, and Brand literally twists Millie Bright inside, outside. And for me, she was one of Germany's best players at the Olympics as well, but she just skips past Millie Bright, which you don't really see often, forward players doing that. Cuts inside Hannah Hampton. I mean, I think Brand, if she goes into the corner, I think that's a goal, but she does aim it pretty much straight at Hampton.
England almost making headway inside the Germany penalty area, but it's cleared away out of play by Germany for an England throw. Half-time at Leicester, Tom Gale.
Leicester 1, Forest 1, Vicky. Yates put the visitors in front before the evergreen Vardy levelled things off. Both goals were preventable, but has contributed to an absorbing game of football. Numerous chances for both sides, but at half-time, Leicester 1, Forest 1.
England have lost the ball again. Kira Walsh giving the ball away. So rare to see from her. Williamson intercepts. Hampton plays it out. Park under pressure is robbed by Daum and picked up by Shoka Nuskin, and Germany are coming again. It's Nuskin. It's skied over. What an opportunity. Zelina Churchy had let it run for Clara Bull. Lovely little step over from Churchy. Bull coming onto it completely unmarked and lashes it over the bar. Nikita Parris. Everything but the finish.
Yeah, everything but the finish. But we are seeing tonight England's lack of pace on the transition, because Germany have punished them every time they have received the ball in that midfield. Germany have been one to win the second ball and play forward, and Kira Walsh, Georgia Stanway, Leah Williamson and Millie Bright have been turning towards their goal every single time and missing the race.
Well, we've been talking about it before kick-off, throughout the game, and it's happened. Alex Greenwood has come on. Leah Williamson, the England captain, has come off. And Gilly, I want to take you back to the point that you made. In terms of your perspective as a centre-half, if you're Williamson, you don't want to be coming off at half-time after the game you've had. You don't really want to be coming off now. But at what point does Sarina Wiegman need to... OK, and it might be about the long-term impact that you're going to have on a player, but at what point as a manager does Sarina Wiegman go, it doesn't really matter what you think, you haven't played well enough and I need to change this?
I'm just not too sure, Vicky, if that's going to be the narrative. I'm not too sure if it's going to be I'm monitoring her minutes a little bit.
Gilly's thoughts again in a moment, but Lauren Hemp almost in down the left-hand side, cleared away by Berger.
Yeah, I'm not too sure it's going to be I took Leah Williamson off because I don't think she's had a good game. I think it's going to be obviously she's coming back from concussion, she's come back with managed minutes at Arsenal. I didn't know personally if she was going to take off Bright or Williamson, because I think both of them could be took off.
And a new test for Greenwood immediately as Germany are in again, and they drive wide from the edge of the area. Clara Bull raising a hand of apology because she had the option down the left-hand side, she didn't use it. Still England 2, Germany 3. Germany on top at the moment. Let's head to Portsmouth. Half-time, Chris White.
Portsmouth 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. The goal just before half-time from Connor Ogilvie, forced it in from a couple of yards out. So Pompey looking for their first home win of the season, and with this they'll get off the bottom of the championship table as well. Portsmouth 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Thanks very much, Chris. Well, she's been trying all game to get this hat-trick. She's not going to get it. She got a brace inside 11 minutes, but Germany's captain on the night, Julia Kvin, is off, and Pia Sofia Volta is on. Shoka Nuskin of Chelsea has also made way, and how about this for a player to bring on? Sarah de Bris. Huge experience. Nikita Parris, I can see you grinning to my right. Just talk to me about Sarah de Bris.
Yeah, she's a top quality midfielder, really technical player, but can break up play. And it just shows how confident the German manager is right now by taking off a player who's actually on a brace, ready for a hat-trick, and he's took it off. He has confidence in this squad and every player, that's what it shows.
England trying to win the ball back just outside the centre circle. It's picked up by Germany. Visitors Raul Kazid and sent it out to the left-hand side, and ball will go all the way back to Ann-Katrin Berger, who has to chest down inside her own penalty area. I think might say, thank you very much for that back pass. It's put us under pressure, works it out to the right-hand side. Just wanted to ask you, Nikita, did you ever get taken off on a hat-trick?
Oh, it's happened to me a couple of times. And you don't want it to happen because you want that hat-trick, and especially at Wembley, where it's a historic ground, and Gwynedd are putting a really great performance tonight.
Here comes Germany, brilliant save again by Hampton. Oh, they're knocking on the door, Germany. And Hannah Hampton at the moment is keeping England in this. It's Felicitas Raut coming in from the left-hand side. Again, space to get the shot away. And again, a super stop by Hannah Hampton. And Gilly, for all that we criticise the defending, one of the big talking points was Hampton keeping her place ahead of Mary Earps. She's earned that.
Yeah, I mean, if Hampton's not doing what she's done tonight, England should have at least had be another 2 goals down. She's kept them in it.
Germany are taking the corner short. They've won another one. Beth Mead over there defending another Germany corner.
I mean, I'm also watching Lucy Bronze as well, because she looks like she's struggling a little bit. She keeps bending over every time that Germany are having an attack, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I think she's limping as well a little bit too.
19 minutes gone in this second half. England 2, Germany 3, but Germany on top at the moment as that ball is powerfully headed away by Alex Greenwood. Dawson with the effort from the best part of 35 yards, and that is never troubling the aforementioned Hannah Hampton. But Nikita, let me bring you in here. You know, you face goalkeepers all the time as a striker. How impressed have you been with Hannah Hampton's performance?
Yeah, she's had a good performance. I think so. The goals that she's conceded haven't been her fault. The defence hasn't helped her tonight, but when she's been asked to step up and produce a save, she's done it.
Lauren Hemp wins the flick on. Alessia Russo will chase, and the sliding block is made by Janina Minga for Germany. Russo will allow Jess Carter to take the throw. She was absolutely everywhere in the first half, Alessia Russo. She hit the woodwork. She had a stunning goal ruled out rightly for an offside earlier in the build-up. Has she just perhaps lost a little bit of that energy in the second half, Gilly? Do you start looking towards the bench?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing really well to stop the ball getting to her.
Oh, this is a brilliant move by Germany. Very good covering by Lucy Bronze. Gives away the corner, but that is outstanding defending. But again, Germany are just sweeping forward those dark green shirts with such panache and such confidence at every single opportunity.
There is so much space centrally as well. Germany just able to pickpocket England and work the way around them, but England players look nervous as well in possession. They look like they don't want the ball.
They have a corner to defend. It's swung in high by Germany. Big powerful header from Millie Bright. Gets the ball away, and Germany pick it up once more in the centre circle. They're really pushing for this 4th goal, Germany. They were 3-0 up before half an hour had been played here at Wembley. A Stanway brace for England pulled it back to 3-2 before half-time in one of the most remarkable halves of football I've seen in a long time. And that remains the scoreline as we approach the midway point of this second half. Sarah Dawson, who's had a good game at centre-half for Germany, square it to Janina Minga, and out to the left-hand side they go, and Linda Dalman, who's been so busy in that midfield. The ball goes out of play as the phone lights light up all around the stadium. And England will have a throw over on the far side. And it's something we touched on a fair at half-time, but Gilly, it's one of these things that, you know, Serena Wiegman spoke coming into this game about the importance of having these 4 friendlies to, you know, try and experiment and really start building up to the Euros. But the way that this game's going, if she did have, you know, okay, right, well, we'll give this player half an hour and then we'll bring this player on and we'll do this, do you feel like that has maybe gone out of the window?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I think.
Oh, and Katrin Berger out very quickly there to the edge of the penalty area and clears out for an England throw.
I think she's going to want to get a result tonight, and I think it's actually, you don't know whether them mistakes are going to happen if different players would have been playing, because I think realistically, if you're looking at the back line, the only player that really would have come in would have been Alex Greenwood for either Leah or Millie, so potentially that could have not happened, the mistakes that happened in the first half. But it probably helps England in a way that this has happened with those experienced players, because it's not an excuse now that those less experienced players have come in and that's the reason why England made their mistakes. This is probably what you're saying is their strongest 11, you know, and they've got to make sure that they hammer out these mistakes and they don't look so fragile defensively by the time the Euros come around.
Another change for Germany. Sarah Dawson's off, Sophia Kleinherner is on. Alessia Russo's won a corner to England. There's a lot of fans in front of us desperately trying to start a Mexican wave. I think most other people are too engrossed in the game to engage. I always think you can tell how good a game is by when you see the first Mexican wave. It's been a cracker. England 2, Germany 3 here on 5 Live on BBC Sounds. As England prepared to take this corner from the near side. They were 3-0 down. Can they level it up at 3-3? Beth Mead drifts it in. Berger's come. Big punch, doesn't quite get it out of the penalty area. Germany might do so now, and they do, up towards halfway. It's well cleared, up towards Serena Wiegman, who will catch that ball and give it to Jess Carter, who throws it to Millie Bright. just inside her own half. England 2, Germany 3. Alex Greenwood has it now. On for Leah Williamson in this second half. Chips it forward, looking for the run of Georgia Stanway on a hat-trick. The header is won by Yanina Minga. Now Germany drive forward once again. Good covering by Jess Park, but Elisa Zinz has done well there. Retains possession for Germany. Out to the left-hand side they go, and Felicitas Rauch. Now back with Germany midway through their own half. Serena Wiegmann stands with her arms clasped behind her back. It's all the way back with Ann-Katrin Berger. Midway through the second half, pretty much the first time Germany is slowing the play down, which gives me a chance to ask Julie, what have we learned, if anything, about this England side from this performance? Or is it just the same questions, the same worries and the same debates about whether something needs to be shaken up a little bit more than Wiegmann's doing?
I think a big topic of it is going to talk about her decision to play certain players when they're not in form. And, you know, like I said, though, these mistakes have been made previously, but they've just not come up against a team that's punished them. So I think you'll learn more in these sort of games than you would in a game that you're going to dominate 4 or 5-0. And hopefully England have got enough time now to sort out before the Euros.
Yeah, they will be in Switzerland next year as the whistle goes for a high foot from Alex Greenwood. So it will be a free kick. Linda Dahlmann going down. So free kick to Germany, level with the right-hand side of the penalty area, but 8 yards or so up from that. And let's see, the referee initially indicated an indirect free kick, but there may have been contact there for Greenwood. So let's see what she does as this ball is played. It is indirect. It's not something that ball will go for goal for anyway, you don't think so. Indirect free kick to Germany. Clara Ball over it, raises her right hand in the air. She swings it in, left-footed, and Hannah Hampton spilled it. England making a mess of clearing it on the edge of their 6-yard box. Germany trying to latch onto it. Oh, there could be another penalty. There is a loose foot from England, and they've given away another penalty to Germany. And Germany with the chance to go 4-2 up here at Wembley. And again, the defending is just all over the place.
And I think it's Russo who tries to get that connection. I mean, England don't deal with the first ball at all. You know, it's bouncing around in there. Someone needs to just put their foot through it, make a real connection on it, whether it's your foot, whether it's your head, but actually make that connection for it, rather than when you come into, I mean, Hannah Hampton spills in the first place. She should do better at that. Georgia Stanway does a little flick back into her box, and no one takes responsibility for it. Russo's put her toe out and catches the player on the top of the foot, but I mean, it's hard, but she's given it. But no England player there. Hampton first, Georgia Stanway second, and then Russo third. No one takes responsibility and clears it.
No way is that a penalty. I'm so sorry. Leslie has gone to clear the ball, and she's literally, the Germany players literally kicked the bottom of Alessia Russo's foot, and the refs gave a penalty.
Well, it will stand, and it will be scored by Sarah de Britz. And Germany, who were undone by England in the European Championship final here just over 2 years ago, are getting some measure of revenge here at Wembley, because they lead the Lionesses by 4-2. And once again, England's defending is in the spotlight.
I've been on that in a penalty. I gave away a penalty for Liverpool against Chelsea, where I went to clear the ball and Guru Wrighton come in, put her foot out, and I kicked the bottom of Guru Wrighton's foot, and I got given a penalty against me. So you're looking at there, Russo's just looking at trying to clear the ball, but Hannah Hampton needs to deal with the first one. She needs to make sure she doesn't spill it into that area. Georgia Stanway needs to make sure she deals with the second one, rather than just putting a toe at it and dropping it into the box. And unfortunately, it then falls to Russo, who, like Nikita said, she isn't looking at the player, she's trying to connect the ball, and then the player hits the bottom of Russo's foot and is given as a penalty.
Well, if you needed a lift, then this woman is the woman to give you a lift here at Wembley against Germany. Chloe Kelly is off the bench for England. Chloe Kelly, of course, the heroine of extra time at Wembley. And she has replaced Alessia Russo, who has just given away that penalty. That will be a talking point. We do have VAR, so the officials did get another look at it. But Russo is now debriefing on the substitutes bench as we see this again. She's stretching to get the ball. She does get the slightest touch on the ball as well. And you know what? The more you see it, both players make contact at the same time. You could definitely argue it is Pia-Sophia Volta, the Germany player, who makes more of the contact with Russo. And crucially, Nikita, she gets the slightest touch on the ball. This may be a case of VAR saying, is it a clear and obvious error? But I think, you know, having criticised England's defending throughout this game, they will feel really hard done by that penalty.
Yeah, definitely hard done by. And I think with VAR, they have to go back and look at it and see that that is not a penalty.
Well, it is a friendly. It's not something that is going to cost England in terms of a major tournament, and all the questions about this performance are really the same, because there was some shaky defending even in that move itself, even if Russo has been hard done by there. So what a game it's been. England with a 2-goal deficit to try and make up, and this is where they have to try and not crumble, because Germany have been the better side in the second half, and they're coming forward again. Here is Sarah de Brits, whips the ball across, it's cleared away on the edge of the 6-yard box and out of play. 16 minutes plus out of time to play. Chloe Kelly coming on, just a thought on that, Gilly?
I mean, a player who isn't playing much at City, there's a lot of talk there on and off the pitch about whether she'll be leaving, whether she's had a fallout of Gareth Taylor, and here probably a bit of a safe haven for her, England. You know, she's respected here, she enjoys playing here.
Here comes Germany again. Clara Bull inside the penalty area. Kelly's up there with Rauch. Very well dispossessed by Lucy Bronze, who anticipated that brilliantly. Oh, she's left Clara Bull on the floor as well. Lucy Bronze looked like she was going to go on a solo run there. I think she heard what you said, Gilly, about her looking tired. Ever since then, she's played at 100 miles an hour. The ball's back with Hannah Hampton. Let's head to Leicester. Tom Gale.
Well, we've had another goal, Vicky. Leicester 1, Forest 2, barely 2 minutes played in the second half, and it's Chris Wood with his first involvement in the game. Gets the ball via the penalty spot, back to goal. Swivels finds the bottom corner. We've played 3 minutes in the second half. Leicester 1, Forest 2.
Thanks very much, Tom. Here we have 15 minutes plus added time to play. England 2, Germany 4. It's a scoreline that Wembley has seen before in reverse, but not the scoreline that the Lionesses wanted. And the rerun of the most glorious night in their history when they beat Germany in the European Championship final. But this is all about building up to the next Euros, and at the moment it's Germany who are starting life under their new manager Christian Wörk incredibly impressively indeed. Julia Brown plays it forward. That's a brilliant ball. It splits the England midfielders. Churchy sends it out to the left-hand side. Here's Felicitas Rauch as their manager Christian Wörk roars them on. Ball into the area, chested down by Churchy, but she just took it away from herself. And Georgia Stanway, lovely turn on the edge of her own penalty area. This is it. This is the quality that these England players have. They've shown it in attack. Can they show it again now? Here goes Lauren Him, roared on by Wembley, down the left-hand side. She's well held up at the back by Yanina Minga, and all the way back to Beth Mead now, who plays it in field to Kira Walsh. And you can just hear the energy drain out of Wembley as England go back. Kira Walsh gives it forward now, and Hemp stayed on side. Germany switching off. Hemp in the area. Hemp to finish. England 3, Germany 4. Flag is up. Maybe not. VAR. What else can happen, Ginny?
Well, I spotted it straight away. I was putting over. The flag was up. It's good play from England. I mean, it's sloppy initially from Kira Walsh. She plays a little bit of a hospital pass to Alex Greenwood, but they managed to get out of it. Hemp now playing more than, or she was playing more central then with a change. I mean, she is offside. She doesn't really switch on and get the other side of the defence, but comes in on her right foot. Brilliant finish as well on a weaker foot as such, but unfortunately it's just straight offside in the build-up to that.
Yeah, we're back underway, clear offside, quickest VAR check of the night. I did say, where's the Germany defence? And that's why, where's the Germany defence? Because Lauren Hemp is about 2 yards offside. So Germany holding their line very well. It is still England 2, Germany 4. He did promise us more goals at half-time, Gilly. Normally I'd be wary of a summariser making that comment, but I think this game is the one where you knew it was nailed on. We've had one, we've had a disallowed one for Germany and for England now in the second half as well. It has been frenetic, it's been harum-scarum. It's been shambolic at times defensively, and Germany have lost the ball now. Can't quite latch onto it, England, through Jess Park. And it's all the way back with Ann-Katrin Berger, and I think Elisa Zentz has just got a little bit of an issue here, so the referee stopped play. The medical staff are waved on, boos all around Wembley. But Zentz had initially lost the ball It's just got a bit of an issue here, so we will have a little breather, and this time England's players and Germany's players do race over and get some refreshment. 12 minutes plus added time to play. Nikita Parris, let's bring you in here. I mean, take your pick in terms of whatever you want to discuss, really, because there's a million talking points.
I think the biggest talking point is the fact that when England are on the front foot defending with all the units going at the same time, they are a hard team to break down. But when there's a disconnect, especially between the midfield and the back line, and the gaps create are so big and Germany exploit it, then it's a very hard time for the back line, especially when they're facing the own goal with the pace that Germany have, to stop this Germany forward line from creating opportunities.
And I've never seen as well an England defence who are just allowing the German forwards to drop off them, get the ball and turn up run at them. When you look at especially a player like Millie Bright, her game is get tight, don't allow a player to turn. And you start asking yourself, have they been asked to do that? Have they been asked to not follow the German players? Because Germany find it too easy, especially in the central areas, to get the ball, turn and run at England.
11 minutes to play here at Wembley. England 2, Germany 4. Anke-Trym Berger's clearances sent back by England, and Lauren Hemp could be in behind here again. England have a player down, it's Mead, and the referee has stopped play because the flag has gone up and also because Mead is down. So Hemp judged offside again. Mead just getting up to her feet now, so I don't think the medical staff are going to come on. But this allows me to bring you both in on another aspect here. And Nikita, I'm really interested in your thoughts on this. It's actually been called, it looks like it's been called back for a free kick actually. The flag had gone up on the far side. So let's see what the referee does here. But Alessia Russo's gone off. You've got Aggie Beever-Jones on the bench. Bethany England's not in the squad. Rachel Daly's retired. So at the moment you've got Chloe Kelly, Lauren Hemp and Jess Park, kind of this fluid three. How do you assess the striking situation with England? I've asked you that. I'm going to bring you in a second. Nikita Parris, Lioness and Brighton striker, Manchester United's top goal scorer last season. But let's see this free kick first. For England, Lauren Hemp swings it in left-footed, far too close to Berger, who claims and misses it, and England could be in here, and they are in here! Huge error by Anke-Trym Berger, and Lucy Bronze gets England back into this remarkable topsy-turvy game once again. It's England 3, it's Germany 4. How's this going to finish? It's anyone's guess.
I mean, I thought Berger had it. She comes steaming out, flying in the air. I went to look away. I genuinely thought she'd caught the ball, and then we were able to see a replay here. It slips out of her hands. Lucy Bronze surrounded by 3 German defenders is the first to react to it, but it's a goalkeeper error there. I don't know whether because she thought she had so much time and space that she had a safe catch, but Berger just literally gives it to Lucy Bronze on a plate, who does really well and cushions it into the back of the net.
And that is her last action of the game, because she's just been replaced by Maya Letitia, and Jess Naz has come on as well for Beth Mead. Germany are making a change as well. Vivian Enderman is coming on for Clara Bull. Well, Nikita, I'd honestly almost just brought you back in there, and then Anke-Trym Berger drops it, Lucy Bronze stuck it in, and it's England 3, Germany 4. So first your reaction on that goal, and then I do want to get your thoughts on England's striking situation.
Yeah, and Anke-Trym Berger had a bit of a stinker there. I think she needed just to come out and catch that ball. I think it slipped through her hands, giving Lucy an opportunity to score that goal. But I think England have a plethora of talent going forward in them front 3 positions. You know, there's players that can come in off the bench, players who are not even in this squad that can make a difference, and I think ultimately Serena has to find the right combination.
England in possession. Here is Alex Greenwood. England 3, Germany 4, and we've still got 8.5 minutes plus added time to play. Ball is scooped forward by Keira Walsh, headed away by Felicitas Rauch, and Germany come forward over the halfway line now. And again, the dark green skirts are streaming forward, and Churchy picks it up on the left-hand side, and she's got options in the area, and it's claimed by Hannah Hampton. It's over the head of the substitute Vivian Enderman. And England can build again from the back. Lovely little throw out, almost like a netball throw that was, wasn't it, from Hannah Hampton out to Keira Walsh, and England can build again.
Hannah Hampton showing Berger what it is to come and claim it and actually hold on to it, but it's end to end. No, Germany break, they look like they're going to attack, and something's going to come of it. England are now pushing as well to get the equaliser.
And they've given the ball away again, England. Here come Germany, looking to make it 5-3. It's Enderman, the substitute, down the right-hand side. She's taking on Alex Greenwood, who stands up well. Enderman plays it back. It's picked up by Pia Sofia Volta, but Greenwood gets in there. And Nikita Paris to my right waves Lauren Hemp forward towards the halfway line, but she's challenged by Pia Sofia Volta. And Germany have it on the halfway line. Goal at Portsmouth, Chris Wise.
Equaliser for Sheffield Wednesday, 1-1, 55 minutes in. Josh Windass has got the goal. Barry Bannon's clip ball, tall Michael Smith with the downward header, and Windass capitalising from close range. Portsmouth 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
Ann-Katrin Berger with the ball just outside her own penalty area. England 3, Germany 4 to Leicester. Tom Gale.
Where it is, Leicester 1, Forest 2, Vicky, and Forest have come close to a third. Hudson-Odoi, marauding run, came back off the post. Anderson couldn't bury the follow-up. We played 56 minutes, Leicester 1, Forest 2.
What did you say Germany were doing at the end of the first half, Gilly? However badly you can defend, we can defend even worse. They almost did it again, outside their own penalty area.
Honestly, they're going, here, England. You've not had a great game overall tonight. Here, we're going to give you an opportunity. That's where it's about the game management side of it, though. You're 4-3 up against England at Wembley. You need to manage it.
Game management went out the window 11 minutes in, Gilly. I don't know why you're
I'd say 2 minutes in, let alone 11 minutes.
I don't know why you're expecting that, as Germany with a free kick just inside the England half. And boos once again ring around Wembley. 6 minutes plus added time to play. England 3, Germany 4. I mean, on some level, do we just say, right, this has been a brilliant game. It's been ridiculous in many senses of the world, but most of all ridiculously entertaining. They've got South Africa on Tuesday, they've got USA and Switzerland to come. Let's just focus on those as build up to the Euros as Germany come forward. Enderman's delivery in, it's touched off the goal line. Brilliant defending. Hampton was almost beaten, but it's Alex Greenwood who gets there on the goal line as the ball was dinged past Hampton and prevents what looks like a certain goal for Germany. Brilliant run by Churchy. Enderman is involved as well. It's a Germany corner. How Germany haven't scored their fifth, I don't know.
It's from that angle as well, where she's outside the frame of the goal. She shouldn't be anywhere near it, but Alex Greenwood has to get back. She has to recover, and she clears it to put it behind for a corner.
Having seen the replay, she's just outside that post as Germany swing the corner in. It's headed away powerfully by Millie Bright. Only as far as Sophia Kleinherner. England's so deep inside their own half. So, yeah, Greenwood's just outside the frame of the goal, but she manages to hook it away and stop it going towards goal as Ann-Katrin Berger sweeps the ball out to the left-hand side. It's headed forward by Maya Le Tissier, who's come on at right back. That's a big debate over Le Tissier. She plays at centre-half for Manchester United, who she now captains, but used mainly at right back in her fledgling England career by Serena Wiegman as Ann-Katrin Berger sends it out to the left-hand side. The attendance confirmed here, just under 48,000, 47,967. On another night, we would have talked about that, because that is a real drop-off, and it's something that Serena Wiegman talks about. And let's save it for Tuesday, because there is so much to pick out of this game as a game of football in and of itself. Tuesday night, England play South Africa at the home of Coventry City. You can listen to that game on 5 Sports Extra. And of course we've got Premier League action for you coming up this weekend, starting with Aston Villa against Bournemouth, our commentary from 3 o'clock, followed by Everton against Fulham. Then on Sunday, West Ham against Manchester United and Arsenal against Liverpool. But what a cracking game this has been here at Wembley on 5 Live and BBC Sounds this evening to kick off this weekend of football. In the Premier League, it remains Leicester 1, Nottingham Forest 2. It's 1-1 in the Championship between Portsmouth and Sheffield Wednesday as Germany clear the ball away from the edge of their own penalty area. And England pick it up once again as Jess Naz goes for the curler but can't get the purchase or the distance on it, and Ann-Katrin Berger's there and beats the ball down and picks it up on the edge of her own 6-yard box, and it is still England 3, Germany 4, 3 minutes plus out of time to play. Gilly Flaherty.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Berger there, I think, shows the experience as well. Just slows the play down a bit, makes Chloe Kelly come and close her down, so she has to pick it up. But it's going to be a nervy few minutes or so for Germany holding on.
Well, what a statement win this would be for Germany under their new manager Christian Wörk, beating the reigning European champions, the side that undid them here at Wembley just over 2 years ago. It's a short pass back by centres. Gilly Flaherty screaming, but Germany could be in at the other end here. It's Enderman, the substitute, edge of the penalty area. Ooh, Carter went in there, right on the edge of the box. She won the ball, and then she almost stepped away, Jess Carter, as if to say, please don't give another penalty to Germany. And Germany almost got the ball back with Enderman. England eventually clear out. Nikita Parris, you're laughing tomorrow, right?
I think it's because Jess Carter has seen that the Alessia Russo penalty given. She's thinking, this ref's a bit shaky tonight. We don't know what decision she's actually going to make.
Yeah, it was a controversial penalty as Chloe Kelly just does a little push there and gets away with it. It's a goal kick to England. Goal at Leicester, Tom Gale.
Another for the visitors. Leicester 1, Forest 3, and a second of the evening for Chris Wood. Ball straight down the middle. Wout Fast tries to head it back to his goalkeeper. He doesn't get enough on it. And there's the Kiwi striker to head and loop over Hermansen. We played an hour. Leicester 1, Forest 3.
Thanks very much, Tom. Here at Wembley, 90 seconds plus added time to play in this remarkable, ridiculous game between England and Germany. England 3, Germany 4. And honestly, we could have had about 6 more goals as the ball goes out of play for a throw to Germany over on the far side. I mean, we're going to dissect what this means for the England performance, and it will be debated over the next few days. But in terms of an opponent that England might face at the Euros next summer, what have we learned about Germany, Julie Flaherty, as Anke Schönberger clears away from Jess Naz?
I mean, I think Germany have been really good tonight. I think they've exploited England's weaknesses. I think they know how much Lucy Bronze comes in when they are attacking and the space that she left. But all of the England defensive line made it a lot easier for Germany because they were so poor tonight. I think probably Jess Carter out of the original starting four was probably the one who could hold her head up a little bit in regards to that. But when you have so many players off the pace as well, it makes it so much harder. But Germany have been brilliant tonight.
She's on the ball here, but she's been dispossessed by Enderman, who's then dispossessed herself by Alex Greenwood. She's looked really lively since coming off the bench. Vivian Enderman only made her debut in February against the Netherlands, but this already her 10th cap for the Wolfsburg midfielder. As we enter 6 minutes of added time. 6 minutes for England to find an equaliser. 6 minutes for Germany to make this victory safe as Kira Walsh, under pressure outside her own penalty area, gives the ball away, but it bounces off Pia Sofia Volta. She thinks it should be a Germany throw. It's been given as an England throw. I've asked you what we've learned about Germany. What have we learned about England?
I think defensively that they've made too many mistakes tonight. I think it's been so easy on the transition as well. I don't think I've seen England give the ball away as much as what they have done in this game, but so far away from players. And what happens when teams come up against them and stop showing them their respect? How do they deal with it?
Jess Naz going down the left-hand side, wins a free kick, and that will be a yellow card as well. And that yellow card is brandished in the direction of Sophia Kleinherno. Good play by Naz down the left-hand side. But Gilly, I just want to pick up on a point that you've made there. This is what happens when sides stop showing England respect. And in terms of preparations for the Euros, that is the last message you want to be sending out as defending champions.
When you win something, everyone else has to raise their game against you because you've earned the right to have European champions on as a title. So you have to match it.
Here goes Alex Greenwood with the free kick, swings it in. Germany clear away, a little bit nervy, but they do get the ball outside the penalty area. Kira Walsh then loses it, and Germany could be off on the counter here. The white shirts trying to get back, but the dark green shirts still streaming forward. Good covering by Jess Park, who's made a good block. As Churchy tried to race down that right-hand side, it goes out for a Germany throw. We've got just over 4 minutes of added time to play. England 3, Germany 4 at Wembley.
So many teams sit off England, and they do show their respect, and they sit off and they say, England, you can have the ball, it's pretty, and then we'll try and catch you on the counter. Germany tonight have gone, we're going toe-to-toe with you. We don't care if you're in your own backyard. We're going to match you tonight. And they was on it from minute one. Yes, England did give them the chances because they made the mistakes, but Germany was on it from minute one, and they've created so much aside from the mistakes that England have made tonight.
Good defending by Carter, just shields that ball away from Vivian Enderman. And England will get things moving again from the back, looking for an equaliser, looking to make it 4-4 against Germany here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. And again, we have to say, some of England's attacking play has been really, really good. Russo had a great first half. As Jess Naz comes forward, she was unlucky not to get on the score sheet. Carter's now gone down, and that will be a free kick to England once again, midway through the Germany half on the left-hand side. And Sophia Kleinherner has taken the ball away as well. She's on a yellow, Sophia Kleinherner. She's moved away very quickly from the scene of all of that. But it is a free kick to England, and Alex Greenwood is standing over it once again. She's a set-piece specialist. It was in fact Ender when he went in on Carter, so no danger of a second yellow there. No yellow anyway. Greenwood stands over this, swings it in, left-footed. It was a great delivery. It's headed away on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it will be an England corner. 2.5 minutes of added time to play. Can England finish off this remarkable match with an equaliser to make it 4-4?
I think as well a positive for England is they have looked dangerous going forward. They have looked dangerous at set piece as well. It's just about them sorting out the defensive and looking frail when Germany have gone and attacked them.
So corner to England from the right-hand side. Bright's on the move. It goes over her head and straight into the arms of Anke-Katrin Berger. And for the first time, the former Chelsea goalkeeper drops to her knees on the edge of the 6-yard box. We've got 2 minutes of added time to play, and Germany are closing in on victory.
I thought he was going to say then, for the first time, Berger's held on to the ball. But no, I think, again, you know what, you're seeing that experience there of she's come through a pack of players, she's got it, she's dropped down, she's wasted that time, and it's about the game management side of it too.
She's come a long way outside her own penalty area and cleared over the halfway line. I'm just not as brutal as you, Jenny Flaherty.
I'm not brutal, Vicky. I just like to say I'm honest.
Well, usually it's the Goalkeepers Union here on 5 Live, as Siobhan Chamberlain and Rachel Brown finish. So good to have a bit of a centre-half perspective as Anke-Katrin Berger clears it over halfway. This will be chased by Zelina Churchley. Alex Greenwood gets a foot in but can't stop her. Churchley then runs into Linda Dowman, who almost has it taken off her toes, but she's done really well there, Dowman. Carter then clears it off Dowman, but it ricochets once more to the Germany midfielder. Now Chloe Kelly's there, gives her another little push. She's got away with that before, Kelly, and once again, Pia-Sophia Volta has it though, but can't keep it in, according to the lineswoman, although it did look close that. And England have a throw deep in their own territory. 1 minute of added time to play. England 3, Germany 4. Is there to be one final twist on this weird and wonderful night at Wembley? Well, we've seen it all. Here is Maya Le Tissier. England looking to make it 4-4 with Germany, the record European champions, up against the reigning European champions, the Lionesses, here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Maya Le Tissier has it just inside the Germany half. It's got to go forward. Here is Kira Walsh. The Germany manager, Christian Wörth, is saying, where is the full-time whistle? He's jumping up and down. He's bouncing on the balls of his feet. You can tell what this means to him in his first game in charge. Millie Bright lifts it forward. It's over the heads of the England players and cleared away by Sarah de Brits. It looks as though her penalty is going to be the difference, and it is. A remarkable game at Wembley comes to its conclusion, and it finishes England 3, Germany 4. They were 3-0 down, the Lionesses, before half an hour had been played. They pulled it back to 3-2. Germany got the little buffer back in the second half. England pulled it back again to just the goal deficit through Lucy Bronze, but they couldn't find that late leveller. And Gilly Flaherty, we came into this game with questions about England's performances, and I think we leave with even more questions about England's performances as they start this build-up to defending their European Championship crown in Switzerland next summer.
And you know what, the worrying thing is that there was actually more goals that should have probably been scored in that game. You know, you're talking about a 4-3 game. England do well to come back 3-0 down within the first 30-odd minutes or so. For them to be able to come back, yes, that is a positive for England. Yes, it is a positive for England that they did look dangerous when they was going forward. I don't think that was an issue tonight. I think the issue is that they gifted Germany chances. They were poor playing out from the back. They showed probably too much respect to the German front line, but the gaps were so big. They looked so disjointed as a team, and I mean, it isn't the great start that England would have wanted, but you'd rather this be happening now so that they can fix it rather than a month or so away from the tournament.
Nikita Paris, how do you see it?
Yeah, England didn't put in the performance that they would have been expecting here tonight, but I do think that going forward they look dangerous. They cause Germany so many problems, but they have to get that midfield and defensive organisation right, especially with teams who actually want to play that first pass out of pressure once they win it back. and go forward quick. They have to be ready for it. But I do think it's a time where England can learn and build on these performances and understand the areas where they really need to improve. It's a time that Serena will take and really show the girls that, you know, it's not till July that the tournament will start. So there is preparation, but tonight is not the performance they would have been wanting.
A ridiculously remarkable roller coaster of a game here at Wembley. It finishes England 3, Germany